Let's get into it, people. Down with the Norwich. You're going down with the Norwich. Down with the Norwich. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. Back, ladies and gentlemen, from the toilet bowl. And I am clean, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar. I can't call it a Chelsea fan anymore. What do I don't know what to call you.
Hey, I'm a Chelsea fan, you know what I'm saying? Free the guys, free the team bus, free the bank cards, free the kit sponsors, free everything except for free itself. We don't mess with three, but free everything else. Sanctioned FC, let my dogs loose, man. Let my dogs loose. What are you not saying?
I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
60 minutes of Matic. That's all I ask for tomorrow. That's all I ask. That is all I ask.
Big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. And I'm joined by Ernie as well, a Manchester United supporter.
Viva Ronaldo. Viva Ronaldo.
Wow. Peter, can I read some comments before we get started?
Oh, are they in already?
Straight away. Hey, C1 says, Elise and Grealish ball today. Let's go. See. Hey, C1 knows ball, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know the ballers. Boss Lakendo said, man's here. Liverpool. Shout out. I wasn't going to do it in the Liverpool way. He says, Chelsea get sanctioned everywhere they go. I said, large up Boris. Nah,
everywhere they go.
It's never large up Boris. It's never.
Boris
C1 says, Ernest, that CR37 hat trick, no Beaver in the middle, and you had control. Surprise.
What are we calling Bruno a Beaver now?
He's been doing that for weeks.
Wait, CR37. I see one. You're killing me. I swear down. Oh my days. You lot are coming in strong. Pause. It's a hot one this Monday night football. I tell you that right now, boy. But there's only one place to start, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you see me wearing the yellow, supporting the Ukraine. You done know. I'll tell you who isn't supporting the Ukraine. Leave it. Leave
We're in it like
that.
Man,
like Peter Klitschko, you know.
I said Oleg Selenki, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You know there was there. Big up to the Ukrainians, obviously in and around town. Those that are going through what is a crazy time. And I don't know if you are watching the news. You know, Poland could be next. So we are still amongst this odd, strange times. But of course, there's been some sort of repercussions and residue falling all over the world. The likes of Chelsea Football Club, Oscar, your football club, your team, currently frozen, if you will.
They're owned by Boris
in a strange way.
Boris is the owner.
Owned by Tory leader, PM leader Boris Johnson. Oscar,
hey, we are not owned by Boris, right? Our ownership is in Lou. Yeah, it's currently being handled by the Rain Group. Yeah, so it's in Lou. It's not, we are definitely not owned by Boris.
Chelsea moving like the Centurion, bro. I said, I'm a man under authority. Wherever Boris says to go, I go.
Them ones there, bro. Hey, Oscar, bro. How does it feel, man? How does it feel? Right. Oscar, take us back. You know, the day. What was it? Thursday or Wednesday when it was announced that Chelsea? Was it Thursday when Chelsea had when it was been announced that Roman Abramovich has been sanctioned by the UK government, and obviously so many things kind of unfolded over the course of the day as to what that meant and what it meant logistically. Yeah, Oscar, where are you? Like, what's your headspace like? How was it when you?
I went to the office that day. The one day I chose to go to the office last week. Yeah. I'm in work and people are just telling me, oh, yeah, have you heard the news about Roman? I said, what's the news? I thought they were talking about the news from the week before, which was that he has to sell the club. And he's like, no, he's been sanctioned now. So I'm trying to figure out what on earth sanctioned means at my desk at like 10 a.m. while I've got piling up to-do list of things to
your
do
head was
in
hot,
actual work. Oh, my head was spinning. And then reading all of it, I just felt like it didn't make any sense to me. The club is not allowed to operate in any kind of way. The sale of the club, which was reported to be actually quite close under Roman supervision, was then halted. And they were told that the sale of the club is going to be taken away from Roman and be handled by the Rain Group. And then all of the sanctions we can't spend any money. We can't buy players. We can't sell players. We can't renegotiate new contracts. We couldn't sell merchandise. We couldn't sell merchandise. What? You couldn't buy a shirt. I can't. The Chelsea Megastore is down to this day. I can't buy a ticket for any game. It felt largely, at first, it felt largely unnecessary. And then obviously throughout the day, I was just processing it and thinking about it. I was like, okay, well, if Roman Abramovich is, in line with Putin, and if his businesses are funding some of the things that are going on in the war, then I can understand why the government have done this. I'm not angry, but at the same time, there's a duality of it all where I'm a Chelsea fan. I ain't a politician. I'm a Chelsea fan. So seeing my club look like, at first, I was genuinely thinking, we could go under if this continues. Do you know what I mean? Like now I'm actually have some faith that this government is actually trying to sell Chelsea, and they actually are entertaining bids. At first, I was genuinely thinking, bro, this is the end of Chelsea Football Club. They're going to milk this dry to kill Roman, but they're going to kill Chelsea in the process. That's just genuinely what I thought was going to happen. I thought we'd be another, I was going to say Leeds United, but worse than Leeds United. I thought we'd be done out here. So that was my main thing. But yeah, what were you lot saying? What were your thoughts? Because I've never seen anything like this. It was unprecedented.
I'll let you guys go first.
Well, to be honest, it depends who you get sold to and if the government's still going to sell. Because we've seen all the news today about the various bidders to come into it, but the government said nothing about trying to get these bids just yet. So it's another thing, just wait and see of who actually gets you. That's all I have to really say about it right now.
Yeah, anyone got any 2 cents on this whole saga in terms of, with what Oscar's just mentioned there, and sort of him having to process it over the day? It is unprecedented. We've never seen this happen before. So if anyone's got anything before I said anything,
I think that we have to think critically about how inconsistent the penalties are for like different clubs associated with different political entities. And so when it comes to, like, someone even tweeted on Sunday that it's very ironic that Chelsea are playing against Newcastle, who have a very, very interesting like political tie to a lot of humanitarian issues that kick off in Saudi, in that part of the world. Do you see what I'm saying? The fact that there's like alleged talk of like the death of a journalist. Do you see what I'm saying? The fact that they were stopped from purchasing the club before, and for whatever reason they were greenlit to do it now. Like, if we're looking at Chelsea, we should, but then we need to look at everyone else. Because as long as you've got an organization full of human beings, there will be corruption. How far that corruption goes is up to your investigation. And I feel like the Premier League is really showing itself to be very inconsistent because, from a political standpoint, it seems like the West is standing with someone else from the West. But there are so many issues pertaining to other clubs, especially those like, your PSGs and your Man Cities, that are just like nothing seems to take place as far as a penalty. And I'm just like, I don't mind you investigating Chelsea. If there's things that you feel like are a bit higgy, then cool. But yet again, we're seeing that, and also the idea that, football and politics shouldn't mix. That's what we were told during NSARS. That's what we were told during George Floyd, that football and politics shouldn't mix. All of a sudden, it's allowed to mix. And so I'm like, I don't mind people trying to hold businesses, entities, organizations accountable. I have no problem with that. But let's keep it a buck all the way through. And if we're not, then we're as hypocritical as the people that we're trying to charge for corruption.
Yeah, great point you brought up there in terms of, when it comes to these other political issues and, clubs distancing themselves and sport as a whole distancing themselves from.
Last point, Pete. on your boy Mesut Ozil, that's all I'm gonna. I'm just gonna say Mesut Ozil.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm
Mm.
gonna say. You lot know the rest.
Yeah, I think the Premier League is consistently inconsistent. The truth of the matter is the Premier League waits for everybody else to move, and then they make their thing. Because what did they do recently? They made did they take away the administrative roles of Abramovich to Chelsea? So like now it's like now Chelsea and Roman are two separate things now, whereas before it was everything's frozen. You know what I'm saying? They're just it's just been put in a pack together. But now I think they've frozen it because the government made the first move, and I think it's one of those where the fact that the government had to get involved obviously shows the lack of ineptitude that the Premier League has. But then also the Premier League has got good form for this. I think it's a case of they genuinely do not want to touch things at all with everything that we've had, whether it's no races, no room for racism, the George Floyd thing in terms of like the kneeling. Now all of that is orchestrated by something else first. The thank you NHS, it all came from a government standpoint at the beginning, and so the Premier League were like, well, we got to do something about this now because everybody else is. But they've never ever led, ever from the front. People like clubs like Bury and the Portsmouths of this world, Leeds, Oscar mentioned before, they've all gone down bust before and had to start again. Wimbledon, Bolton, all these clubs, but because the EFL done their job, done their due diligence at the time, they're currently killing Derby at the minute. And Sheffield Wednesday, for example, all because of ineptitude of how you manage your accounts. Never mind the fit and proper persons test, whatever the hell that means, right? And now they're considering to add human rights issues as part of the package. They're considering it. That tells you if that doesn't create its story, then see you later. I said sometime back, I think 2 weeks ago, I said to you guys, I've stopped watching football, and I tweeted it on the Top 4 podcast because it's one of the most bent over sports in the world completely. It is so bent, and I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't watched a game this weekend because just out of protest, literally, because I can't be asked for the rest of the season. I happen to, like if I catch a certain, like I caught Havertz's goal, which we'll get into at some stage. My God, delicious. But like I catch certain goals, for example, like Ronaldo's cracker and whatnot. So I happen to see it. But you look at it. Look at what
That's
we're
another
at,
one
you know
to
what
be
I'm saying?
fair.
You look at it, right? You sit there and you think, well, exactly, absolutely, Adrian. I hear what you're saying. You just look at this now. Now we want to get busy on Chelsea and what Roman is and who he stands for. They were doing this. He was doing this for the last 25, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? If you go find shells in Baghdad or something, you will find his name made in wherever. You know what I'm saying? You will find that the materials are coming from this company from day one, right? So now that now that all of a sudden the West is being knocked on, now we're all of a sudden awake and we're rising to the occasion. What's happening in Yemen, when you talk about the NSARS, when you talk about all these things, there are many wars going on right now all over the world. You ask people about Yemen, you ask people about all these other places, right? And all of a sudden now it's one of our own. It's Europe. It's way too close to home. We better do something about it. And I think the fact that Roman Abramovich,
you have to remember, these are not refugees. These are people with Netflix accounts. So we can't take the issues of Yemen too seriously because they don't have Netflix accounts. So
and
It sounds farcical, but yeah, that's the reality. And I feel like
that's what them lot say.
Yeah, it is a case of, look, everyone's choosing, and this is why I don't do moral compass, because morals are subjective. Okay, next year it can be made illegal to sleep with somebody below the age of 18. So 18 and onwards is the legal age. Meaning, if you did 16 and 17, you're treated as the person that does it at 15. You catch my drift? They can just decide to change and do as they wish and as they please. And obviously, as we see now, obviously, I'm not trying to take liberties, but as we are watching it before our very eyes, we are picking and choosing.
Yeah.
Ernest says that we have to knock on the door at Manchester City and we have to knock on the door at Newcastle, right? But and the reason why I am loving this, just from a personal standpoint, and just from as an Arsenal fan growing up, I am so happy to see this day because I hated when Chelsea got bought not only by a human being, but then you find out what this guy was, what the background is, what the story is behind him. And I was sat there thinking, thank God he didn't buy Tottenham. I kept saying that. But, this Chelsea kind of created, let me say, Roman created this thing where in order to compete with the best, you need to be Chelsea again. You need to be Chelsea part 2, because nobody was competing with Chelsea until Man City came along with their money, and now Newcastle in years to come, right? The likes of Liverpool and Arsenal and so on, you had to break your back in order. We're watching Liverpool, as phenomenal as they are, guys, they are breaking their backs like you would never believe, to be in the conversation of league titles, Champions League. We are talking about, every juice, every drip is drenched out of that football club. And at some point, the Mo Salah situation is what it is because they don't have the money to give it to him. You catch my drift? Like Chelsea can City and whatever can go and put 500 grand on the kid and say, here you are, play for us for 5 years and make us multi-billionaires. But Liverpool cannot do that. Do you catch my drift? So I'm glad to see the how do you call it? This, I don't know what the word is, but this thing of, just first of all,
like
blood
you're
money,
happy that it's
blood money
happening
and
now.
pumping money.
It's taken long. It's taken long to happen, but you're glad there's actually something's actually rolling. If that makes sense.
I mean, part 1 is done. Only part 1 is done, though. There are many parts to this. I'm not just satisfied with Chelsea getting knocked out, because remember, my stance changed when other people got involved in this, where if Chelsea are going to do it, then hell, let everybody go ahead and do it then, if that's what it's going to take. Whereas now, if you're going to take Chelsea out, you've got to take them all out.
Peter, when you say take them all out, are we specifically talking about the idea that obviously Roman Abramovich got his money through very much ill-gotten gains, or are you talking about billionaires buying clubs in general?
I'm talking about the blood money, if you will. I've never been for and never been for it, right? But also this idea that somebody comes over to town and, guys, do you know how much money Roman Abramovich was pumping? Let me call it that. Was pumping into Chelsea year in, year out. Listen, how rich is this man? He is cancelling 1.2 billion pounds of debt. He said he wrote it off. Do you understand what that is? What we are talking about here? Have you guys ever been in a grand in debt? Have you ever gone in your overdraft and it's minus 2,000? Have you ever done that before? This guy has written
Oh
off
my gosh,
0.2 billion. He says, I don't need it. I don't want it. So what kind of money does this guy have? So that was more so my thing, Oscar.
Nah,
I hate more so like just like PSG, they can just land right and sign players on loan for 200 million. What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
what is going on?
But that okay. So that was what was going to lead me to my next question, because it's like it like obviously I don't think anyone can argue that Roman should be sanctioned because of the things that he's done and who he is. Yeah. But now looking forward now, because obviously it's been a few days, all the conversation amongst Chelsea fans is the new owner. I think even people were talking about it here in the comments earlier. Lola said, oh, Chelsea are now about to have Arab money, or Arab money, however you want to say it. CC1 said, yeah, we're getting that Arab money. Taha says that the Saudis are coming in. And the one of the groups that is rumored to be taking over Chelsea is a
What minute are you on, by the way? We're currently at Selhurst Park, ladies and gentlemen. Palace against Man City.
90 minutes, 15 seconds.
Okay, you're ahead.
I'm live at 1950.
Okay.
So
okay. I'm not fussed about spoilers. You guys go ahead.
Was that Elise? Was that Elise?
Oh, did you see what I
Yo, I was talking and I saw it happen.
Yeah, no, go with it, man. Go with it. If you're live, go with it,
bro. But
none of us here support C. So
no, I will leave the spoilers, but my face will probably tell a story anyway. But yeah. So Chelsea are being one of the groups offering to buy Chelsea is a Saudi media group, and I just watched Monday Night Football, and Jamie Carragher.
Jesus Christ, bro, that twine from Elise. Who got sent to the bus stop? Who got sent to the bus? Was that Phil Foden? Someone got sent to the
it was
chip
Philip.
shop.
No, it was
blood.
Philip. It was Phil. It was Phil Foden.
It was Philip. Oh
it was
God.
Phil Foden. Hey, that was naughty.
Yeah, Oscar. Can I just say this very quickly?
Well,
I've watched in a league season where a football club in black and white were doomed for relegation, ready to go. We were packing their bags. Robin was sending them on their way. We are now watching them. We're talking about, when I say pumped money, 100 million in the January window, and they are now safe. They could finish in the top half.
Yeah, but
season.
my question is, forget, like, I don't want to bring up those owners because those owners they're dubious. Yeah, I'm saying, do you have an issue if there is, let's say, in a hypothetical situation, there was a guy who has 5 billion and he's clean? Do you have an issue with that clean guy coming in and buying a football club and pumping money in for the love of the sport?
Oscar, what did I say earlier? I literally said, nobody should be owning football clubs. It should not be happening, right? Okay. But that's because Chelsea went and done it, and I said, listen, the only way you're gonna compete, you better all jump on the same boat and join in. But because that's the only way you do it.
The reason I say it is because you have to stop it at the. Lola's saying a billionaire is never clean. That's true. Yep. But
that's not true.
I was just going to say the same thing. There is
my question is though.
No.
Would you prefer?
I don't think my point has been fully exercised, Robin. I'll let you go back, but I'm trying to make a point, but it keeps getting lost. What Lola is saying is a billionaire is never clean, and what I'm trying to say is here. Look, we got Roman, we got all of these owners, and we're getting out the dirty ones. So. Oh, do we have an issue with every owner now? Like every single owner,
But it goes back to Peter's point that like morality is subjective. This is my issue with the Premier League, because where do we draw the line on what to allow and what not to? Do you see what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys do sports washing. Bearman do sports washing. Yeah. The Glazers like nonsense has been allowed to be in this league for years. Because Manchester United were the premier club when it came to the league as far as visibility, marketing, advertising. Like Ronaldo's hat-trick is going to be played on Sky Sports adverts for years to come. Do you see what I'm saying? So they have my issue with the Premier League is that they have no problem with how owners have structured how the Premier League teams run, as long as it benefits the Premier League. That's why I don't understand why Roman is being targeted and no one else is. Because it's when it shoots you, you get involved.
Roman's only. This is the thing. The key point of this is that Roman is only being targeted like heavily now. Like he's been allowed to be an owner for 20 years.
And you knew how he got his P's when you allowed him to come in 03.
So do you think
from 2003 to 2022? What changed?
And that's my angst with Chelsea. My number one anger with Chelsea Football Club is the sports washing. It's just the bankrolling of a complete football club that was near disarray, whereby nobody can compete with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in the last 20 years, Chelsea have got 15 titles. You know what I'm saying?
Brave.
And it's like, come on. You know what I mean? That was my number one problem, was the football side of things. I didn't want to get into the ethical side of things. You know what I'm saying? And this, I don't necessarily agree with Lola's comment. I don't think I'm sure there are billionaires that are clean. You know what I'm saying? We probably don't know who they are.
As in minority though.
No, as in Pete. The point is, you can't gain $1 billion without stepping on a few heads. You can't.
And it's not always going to be like blood money.
It's be like that,
but it's always going to be exploitation.
Bro, even leave our roots.
It's just like wealth.
Don't laugh.
It's very rare for someone to hit the B mark, and you got it clean all the way through. It's very rare.
Yeah, the only clean billionaire is Kanye.
Oscar, this is a man who went on stage and said somebody else had the best video of all time.
He was right.
Was he lying though?
He was
lying. Was he lying?
He was spawned.
Listen, man.
But do you know what I think? Do you know what I think about the Premier League in this situation? I think ultimately it boils down to this: they will intervene and they'll take action on issues that they care about. And at the moment, Vladimir Putin is somebody that they care about, and they want to make life as uncomfortable for Vladimir Putin as possible. And what this means is they're targeting his friends. So guess what?
Bro,
They're not going to care that 41 or whatever people got beheaded in Saudi Arabia for committing crimes, because they don't care about it. They don't care about Black Lives Matter. So the things we care about, quite frankly, they don't care about. As we said, Cristiano Ronaldo just scored a hat-trick in the Premier League, but he can't fly to America for a reason I can't really
No,
say.
Adrian, can you let the streets know, please? Because
bro,
honestly,
this is what it is.
wild, bro.
but no, do you know what? Adrian's given the Premier League far too much credit with what he's just said there. They are followers, guys. They don't have cares.
Yeah, but
I don't agree that they've even got cares. You know, like they say they're only doing things that they care about. Bro, they follow. They see
Boris.
what other men are doing. Boris especially, because before you know what's going to happen, right? 20 years down the line, we're going to have a Netflix special of how much money Boris pocketed from the Premier League.
Oh
and it will make sense why. This is why the Premier League is what it was. This is why it was doing what it does.
But also, I think it's a very huge point to make that the Premier League will always be a reflection of the government.
Yes.
In a sense that, the government will do gestures till like the day, like till Judgment Day. But
only guess what?
Yeah,
Liverpool played Brighton away, and Brighton were wearing the yellow kit. What does that tell you?
Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
you know what's mad? I've got a bone to pick with that.
Adrian, do you remember the yellow kit sponsorship day? I mean, sorry, the away kit sponsorship day that got rejected by the Premier League.
No, what's that?
I think I remember that.
So they wanted a homeless charity that put together an initiative where they wanted all the Premier League home teams to wear their away kit at home to show that, you know, there's some people on earth that have no home, basically. So you could donate money. The Premier League said no, because the teams were obligated to wear those kits on sponsorship contracts by their sponsors. So you have to wear your home shirt 19 games a season, right? Now this Ukraine thing has happened. Brighton wear their away kit.
Imagine, right? We tried, you know, that no more red that we wore against Nottingham Forest, the all white kit. We tried to do that for the Premier League game and was turned away. Because you had to wear your home kit
it's because there's rules and regulations for things they prioritize.
They prioritize.
Not for things.
You know what they're like in it. It's all off the cuff. Because what's popular now is let's support Ukraine. That's the big thing right now. Everybody does what they do to paint themselves and look nice today.
Okay.
Primarily.
Well, I don't want us to spend too long on this. So I got one final question for you. Chelsea's rumored owners. We have these American guys. One guy called Bowley, who's like, I think he's the owner of like the Dodgers, and he's teaming up with another guy. There's another English guy called Nick Candy, who is linked with the Conservative Party quite heavy. And then the Saudis that I spoke about earlier. Now, the Saudis are
that's another thing, by the way. You brought up the Conservatives. Do you know that's the reason why even Roman had time to sell that frigging club? Yeah?
What do you mean?
Because he's a Tory. Because he's a freaking Tory.
I mean, Roman's not even a UK citizen. What do you mean he's a Tory?
He's voted for the Conservative. He's come out and staunched Conservative. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he was even allowed to, you know, like you were sort of like in the beginning, you were sort of like, this is unfair. I was like, I can't believe he said, I'm going to put it up for sale. You know, like he tried everything he could to try and get out of the Chelsea situation as swiftly as possible. The fact that he was even allowed to play that game at the beginning, it's lucky the trustees.
He wasn't allowed though, because I think I explained this on the podcast. Like when that whole situation happened, Chelsea Football Club released a statement on a Saturday night before we had a League Cup final the next day. So it was obviously Chelsea were trying to act before the government acted. So they were trying to get paperwork out there and say, we're selling the club to try and push it, because they knew these sanctions were coming. They were trying to do this as soon as possible. Like
Chelsea's PR team needs a whole revamp, by the way. You need to get in there.
Why does it need Peter? Why does it need to clean? No. Why does it need to revamp?
Because you're asking me why. I'm going to give you an answer why. When they talked about Roman Abramovich being sanctioned, nothing was said about Ukraine.
Because it's Roman Abramovich, PR. Roman Abramovich is linked to this Putin situation.
Sure.
But the elephant in the room.
But the elephant in the room, because they changed it though. But they changed it then. So they changed it and put out a better statement, didn't they?
The reason I'm not getting
poor
on
Tuchel, by the way, hang on, poor Tuchel, by the way, having to frigging be the Labour leader for this whole football club. It's a frigging farce. I've heard more from Tuchel in the last week about politics than the Prime Minister. It's a frigging joke.
No,
I feel sorry for it. By the way, Man United, get on it. Just get on it. You know what I'm talking about. Just get on it.
You're gonna end up like Jamie Carragher, man. This is why Jamie Carragher was crying on TV.
With the response, man.
Yeah, man. This is why Carragher was getting digged out. Well, was digging out.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's a flipping moron. So he wrote an article saying that Manchester United should sign Thomas Tuchel, and then obviously he's doing Sky Sports coverage at the game yesterday. So everyone's saying to him like basically, why have you released the article like 3 days after our club has been sanctioned? People are worried about losing their jobs and this and that, and you're straight away saying that we're gonna lose. So he's come out. He's come out. He's come out and he's literally said the same thing. He said, Chelsea are hypocrites. He said Chelsea fans are hypocrites.
1,000%.
Well, hold on. Let me land it. He said Chelsea fans are hypocrites.
Right. Oh my!
Chelsea fans are, bro. The millions of things that have happened in this game while I'm trying to have a conversation is crazy. It's actually a really entertaining game.
City are not boring. That's why.
Not tonight when they have a struggle.
Turn it in.
So he was like, when Abramovich came in, they bought this player. They took Peter Kenyon from Manchester United. They took Ashley Cole from Arsenal. They tried to take Gerrard from Liverpool, and they took advantage of every other club situation. So Manchester United or whoever are obviously going to take advantage of Chelsea situations. That I get, but we're still going to say, no, don't take Thomas Tuchel from us. He just won the Champions League. This is football. What do you expect? Like, ain't it given? Like, why should we be like, oh yeah, you're right, actually, yeah, take our manager? No. You're a moron. Like, why would you expect good things from Chelsea?
So
why are we supposed to be happy about your article?
No, so hang on. So we should be hypocrites then? Is that what you're saying? We should be hypocrites. Because that's a hypocritical thing to do, isn't it? If Chelsea get angry at Carragher for linking Tuchel to Man United, like you just relayed right there, Chelsea been doing that since they got Roman in there.
But this is football. Yeah, you buy players from your other clubs, from rivals, isn't it? Man United bought Van Persie from Arsenal. This is just what happens. But if someone writes an article saying Bukayo Saka should leave and go to Liverpool, Arsenal fans are not going to be happy with that article.
No, we're not saying to be happy. But
he went to Stamford Bridge and was annoyed that Chelsea fans got in his face about it.
Well, yeah, because guess what? What he said
was
true. What he said was true. Because Manchester United need a manager, first of all. Secondly, Chelsea are in a mess. And this is, I'm using the word lightly there. They're in a mess. So in order to get from one place to the other, guess what? Tuchel should go to Man United. It makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
It's not about Chelsea. This thing isn't about Chelsea.
It was about Chelsea. Come on. What Carragher is saying was about Chelsea because he went to Stamford Bridge. He was
commentating the game. You said.
Yeah, but he came and spoke about Chelsea fans. His point was not. It was about Chelsea fans. It wasn't about Chelsea, the club.
Yeah, but hang on. So wait, patch this together for me, because you just said that he wrote an article about how Man United should go for Tuchel, and then he went to Stamford Bridge. Yes. Chelsea fans then gave him some,
and Chelsea fans were telling him that, like, no,
right? Chelsea fans gave him some, and then what? And then Carragher said, "I don't know what they're getting angry for."
He said, "You Chelsea fans can't get angry at me. This is what Chelsea have always done." And it's like,
well, he's right. But there's nothing wrong with what he's just said there.
Yeah, but you can't expect Chelsea fans to be delighted with your article, bro. What are you talking about?
I mean, is that what he expected? I think
so why are you shocked? Why are you coming on Sky Sports getting angry at Chelsea fans?
No, he can't. Okay, so you're saying he got abuse when he got to Stamford Bridge, right?
He said it.
These whatever they're called, these pundits and whatever, they go to grounds all the time, get abuse all the time. Now, if somebody's had a go at Carragher for writing an article about Tuchel going to Manchester United, I'm so sorry, Chelsea fans. You park the bus. What are you so mad about? You need to focus on the situation that's going on at your football club right now. And to be fair, to get wound up by Carragher linking Tuchel to Man United like he's got any weight to make that transfer happen is hilarious. You catch my
drift?
It's an opinion piece.
I'll say like you're both right, but it's interesting because like when what's his name? When Conte was talking about Harry Kane, that like a week after he signed Morata, I didn't hear any chat from Chelsea fans that week about
No,
signing
but like,
Harry Kane because the truth is, if we're talking about like being offended or being upset, then let it go both ways. And I think this is Carragher's point because no one was thinking about Morata the week that Conte said, "I will do anything I can to get Harry Kane."
But Ernest, players buy they buy players, isn't it? Like,
I'm not saying they don't, but we all knew what Conte was referring to.
He's talking about
the
poaching.
Fact that he didn't want Morata. We all knew what he was referring to.
That is what that is. That is what.
No. Let's not do that because
clubs buy players all the time. What are you talking about? Clubs buy players all the time.
No. It's not. You're oversimplifying it. It's not. We all know that players get bored. We watch football. My point is the sympathy that it's not even sympathy. The fact that obviously Carragher should expect backlash, but he's not wrong in what he said. Is that the hypocrisy that comes with Chelsea fans is that when situations benefit you, you guys don't say anything. But when
Real Madrid were tapping up Hazard, we held it. When Real Madrid were tapping up Hazard and Courtois, we held it. We had to hold that one.
You gave Courtois stick though. You gave Courtois.
Because Courtois went AWOL though.
You picked him chose, didn't it? You picked him chose.
Courtois went
Hazard
AWOL.
went and he was all right because he was a great servant for the club.
There's a clear difference. There's a clear difference. Difference. Courtois was a good servant for the club till he went AWOL. There's a clear difference.
Okay.
Clear difference. But I feel like we've exhausted this enough. Can we talk a little bit about the football and then we'll go on to the other teams? Chelsea beat Norwich 3-1 in midweek. Tough victory, but a good victory. Mason Mount scored. Chalobah scored, Havertz scored. Then we faced Newcastle United, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel like the whole world has been against Chelsea, but for 90 minutes, those referees was on our side. Those referees was.
Oh God,
we had them.
See what happened? What happened?
We had them.
The referee in this game, I could not believe it. Like Newcastle were robbed, and you know me, I don't care about Newcastle. They were robbed. They were completely robbed of that.
Robin, I'll ask you first. When are you going to join me on this protest? Because this can't be happening. It's March. It's March.
Yeah,
we're at the business end of the season.
You saw me when we played Burnley, and I said we should be 3-0 up, and we had 3 clear denied goals. I said, okay, I'm there. I'm not protesting because I love the game too much, but I'm with you, Peter. I'm with you.
We love the game. We love the game, man. We can't really leave.
I'm with you.
What you love though, really.
I love the game, a lot of fans, a lot of hustle.
You love people who can't do their job properly. You love people who are bent. You love people who have illegal money streaming through our football league. We have. I mean, there's so many reasons to why you can even stop because it is so farcical.
All right, Pete. Let me walk you through the incidents. Lola says the most blatant pen.
To Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah, to Newcastle United. Basically, Chalobah has basically Jacob Murphy's shirt. He's grabbing it. He's tussling with him. Doesn't win the ball. Jacob Murphy falls over because of pressure and gives a goal kick.
Hey?
Gives a goal kick.
Sorry?
Oscar's a scumbag.
Wait, what?
What pressure? He was fouled. That's the pressure.
Yeah, it's a penalty. Wait, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Okay. I thought you'd be technical there.
I'm not saying it's not
I thought you were trying to take the axes.
No, because like there's not like a physical push. There's not like it's just you know what I mean? It's a foul. Like he pulls the shirt and he sends him down. It's not like he does a mad challenge and then the ref didn't give it. But it was definitely a penalty. Then Kai Havertz goes up for a jump with Dan Burn. Peter, how tall is Dan Burn?
Oh, he's got to be about 6'5", man. He's got to be.
You're not even right. He's about 6'7", right? And Kai Havertz managed to elbow him in the head whilst Dan Burn was jumping. So you figure that one out if you haven't seen it. Figure out what that's going to look like visually.
So elbow. Yeah? So he got a red. Oh, so he didn't get a red card.
Dan Burn, he elbowed him like this, bro. Going for the header. No red card. VAR checked it. We're all good. We're all clear.
Nah, you're mugging me off. Yeah, man. Now you're lying to me now because I didn't watch it. You're just lying to me.
Peter, I wish she was lying.
You can't tell me a malnourished Kai Havertz jumped and elbowed Dan Burn in the head.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of size to him.
I'll turn it in.
He doesn't.
Turn it in.
No, he's not small. He's not scrawny.
He's tall though. He's tall. He's not like his arms and
There's
like,
bro,
he's small.
there's no
He's a small
muscle
guy.
mass on there whatsoever. It's calcium only.
I heard that.
Man says
What?
0%
Ha
fat.
says any Chelsea
Nothing
fan
that's
who
harsh,
says it
but
is a
fair.
pen is blind. He said it isn't a pen is blind, poor vision, brain dead, or deluded.
But hang on.
What's
So
that
hang
that
on,
says
hang on a
Chalobah
second.
he's erratic and mid.
So hang on, guys.
I don't
Help
think
me.
he's mid.
Help
Yeah.
help me here. Help me here.
Yeah.
So VAR have a look at this and say nothing.
Yeah, no, well, they
No, VAR looked. They looked and
Yeah,
they said it's okay. They said it was
Because-
okay.
Because one thing I'm learning in life, right? Human beings make mistakes, okay? When you're a referee on the pitch,
Thank
you may get it wrong. You may glance at something. Fine.
Fair enough.
But
Fair
we
enough.
have a screen, guys. People are watching the TV. How comes you, Oscar, knew it was a bad decision? And probably 40,000 at Stamford Bridge or 28,000 at Stamford Bridge knew it was a bad decision, right? But yeah,
What are you doing?
the
What are you doing?
guy
It's 40,000, man.
turn it in, mate. But you know,
Yeah,
like
it's
literally, how can you sit there watching the screen, replay after replay after replay, and come to the decision? Listen, I haven't seen the incidences, so I'm going based on Oscar's descriptions here. But what
They
I
were
have heard,
both. Look, I will tell you
Come
straight.
on.
Newcastle should have had a penalty, and a Chelsea player should have been sent off.
the goal
guys-
scorer,
And
the goal scorer.
Peter, if it was 50-50, you know I would be fighting. You know I would be fighting. But it's not
Facts.
50-50.
So Oscar,
I can't
in
argue.
fairness, Newcastle were robbed. If the goal scorer, who should have been off, scored the goal,
Peter, the goal was so good. The goal was so good.
Like, can I be honest? It's low-key a victory for
Yeah.
football, to be fair. Low-key.
Yeah, if we got sent off, we would have never had that goal. We got to
Yeah.
thank the referee.
Low-key.
Peter, I can't lie. A big part of me is just like I watched Naby Keita kick Chalobah in the balls 3 weeks ago. I don't give a damn. Like I just don't care.
Oscar,
I just don't care.
Oscar, join me in the
I
protest.
just don't
Join
care.
me. I'm
Um,
asking you guys to join me because what football is, guys. Do you remember why I lost the plot last week? No, the week before. Do you remember why I lost the plot when I ranted in the WhatsApp group? I saw Mike Riley come out and personally phone Frank Lampard for the inept refereeing that took place at Good. Are you kidding? Are you crapping me? Guys, I had to draw the line for my own integrity. Because you know what it is here, Oscar, real talk, yeah? Oscar, you know how it is with football, right? I had to sit there and think, I had to face myself in the mirror. Do I love myself? Yes or no? Because I can't continue to entertain. Because Oscar, you know what's funny, guys? What Oscar has described in his Chelsea game is after the debacle at Goodison. It's after that. So there's still more shenanigans that are taking place. Guys, join me. Because I had to look at myself hard in the mirror and say, do I love myself? This is disgusting.
Yeah, man.
Oscar, they phoned Frank Lampard.
They
Have you
phoned
ever
him.
heard of this?
They phoned
Have
him.
you ever heard of this in the world
phoned
of football?
Do
In
you
the
know what,
world
yeah?
of football, they phoned him.
Do you know what? Yeah, people always talk about how like everybody likes Frank Lampard and he gets a lot of nepotism. Yeah, when he got that phone call, I said, yeah, I can't even
They
deny it.
called
Why are they
him.
calling him? Why are they calling him? Why are they
you
calling
didn't
him?
You didn't see it before?
No, I saw it. I just tried to deny it. I said I can't
Oscar's
deny
a
it.
Chelsea fan, yeah. I mean, Ernest, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, his football club, the Toffees, are in 17th place and nothing is being said about his firing.
No.
Nothing should be said about his firing. He should be fired now. He should be gone now.
Me and Oscar had a conversation about this when the year he got sacked. I said, this guy's not that good, bro. But he gets hella love.
Ernest,
Yeah.
I've watched a manager get the Derby job on his first account. I've watched him get the Chelsea job on his second account.
Crazy.
I've watched him get the Everton job. Meanwhile, the likes of Paul Ince, Hasselbank, Sol Campbell, they're at Mansfield Town. Oh, what? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. They call this one racismo. This is what
Ernest,
they
they
call
phoned him. Are you taking the piss? They phoned him.
No, but look, he kicks up a royal fuss.
David, Adrian, bro.
He kicks up a fuss.
Adrian. They picked up the PGMOL picked up the phone. I said, F this. I'm not watching this season anymore. That's what I literally was like, bun that. I am not watching this. This is unbelievable. I can't. I guess what, Oscar? I messed up a hat trick at Old Trafford, which Viva Ronaldo, which makes we'll get into that game later on and whatever else. I've missed so much football that was probably worthy to the eye. But look at the.
Oh,
I'm getting
my
bumped.
God.
I'm getting bumped as a
Mate,
viewer, and I said I
you
have to love
see?
myself.
You see Riyad Mahrez.
Oh,
Wow.
I just have to let you guys know this game has been phenomenal. Like, it's actually been such a great game. 45 minutes.
No.
0-0.
Riyad Mahrez.
End to end.
All the United fans in 2016 that told me we shouldn't sign him.
idiots.
I said that too.
Imbeciles.
I said you should sign him too.
Did you see him in 2016, Oscar? Did you watch him? Huh?
No, but I felt like it would work at United.
Did you see what Riyad Mahrez was doing at the Etihad for Leicester City?
Bro, his
That's a good idea to sign him.
Etihad, that, you know what? Somebody upstairs, Tiki Bernstein said, "That's it. We're buying him. I don't give a damn."
The man, I'll be real, yeah. On that day, that's the day that the man were like, you know what, Leicester can do it because that was magical. If Mahrez can pull that off, nothing's impossible anymore.
No,
All bets
guys,
are off.
do you remember what he did to Vincent Kompany that day?
He twisted him up, bruv. He twisted him up, bruv. You know what's funny about that goal, Ernest? You know he scored with his right foot. He buried her on the right foot.
Who did he not bury that year?
Everyone hold a piece. Everyone
got packed, bro.
Everyone got caught.
Courtois got packed. Liverpool, who did you have in goal that year?
To be fair, it was Vardy.
Yeah, Vardy
packed him in. Oh, yeah,
Vardy's tucked in a few teams, but he's given us a bag. He's given us a bag.
But
Oscar, I couldn't. For my own integrity, I had to stop. I said, I'm done. Now you've explained to me these two situations. Yeah?
Yeah.
Join me.
Yeah, Newcastle United, man. They played well. And the worst thing about it is that Newcastle and Chelsea are actually on the same level. Like, they're actually the same level. Like, they're evenly matched, right? Eddie Howe has done a fantastic job over there. So, big up them. But Kai Havertz with the goal, PR. Who did it remind you of?
It reminded me of, I want to say, do you know what? It wasn't as good as Dennis Bergkamp, okay? Because Dennis Bergkamp does it in his sleep with elegance and class, okay?
What, now, that you say?
Kai, listen, bro. Huh?
It was Dan Burn. Dan Burn or Dabistan. The same thing, isn't it?
To be fair, Burn has got a bit of height on him. So
nah, man. Respect Nikos Dabistas, man. He was gold.
Yeah, right. The truth of the matter is the goal was unbelievable. Because when I saw the ball from Jorginho, and I thought, because it was just like on the replay on Sky Sports, the ball from Jorginho, the first touch. Oh, I said, yo, that is a nasty one. And it's the finish. I said, yeah. That was Bergkamp against Argentina, 1998. That's what it was. That's what that goal reminded me of.
It definitely was not as good as that goal. But yes.
No, but that's what it reminded me of. When you say Bergkamp, you think of that one or the goal against Leicester City.
But Peter, I've always said it as like a little bit of a joke, innit? Because that's the one thing Kai Havertz has, is that touch. When he gets it right, he's probably got the best first touch in our team.
And his movement in the box is phenomenal. Like, he's
their best striker.
No. You see me? Oh, I'm enjoying seeing Lukaku's downfall. Guys, I don't think you understand how much I'm enjoying Lukaku. Any Lukaku slander I see on Twitter, yeah, I comment, I retweet, I quote tweet.
How was he on the weekend?
I didn't say anything. I interact.
How was he yesterday?
Oh, Pete, you know the answer to that.
He didn't.
I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game.
No, but you know the answer to that.
He didn't start. He came off the bench, and I swear to you, he didn't touch the ball for about 15 minutes.
No, guys. He didn't start against Norwich. He didn't start against Norwich, guys.
Came on against Norwich, missed the chance.
No, guys. Anything to do with Lukaku's downfall, I drink it. I inhale.
Ernest, I've got a pint of Chelsea's administration. I've got a pint of it right here, drinking and
guys,
drinking.
I don't think you understand.
Hey, when that Saudi media group comes in,
if you can, tonight, go to Man United versus Derby on the Jose Mourinho. I think it's on Sky Sports YouTube channel. Anthony Martial puts the ball on a plate, as in, if Lukaku's eyelash touches the ball, it goes in. Yeah. So when I saw what I saw in a red shirt, I said, as soon as possible, get this guy out. 12 goals in his last year at Man United. Donnies were telling me, Lukaku, nah, you're not playing to his strengths. He is under a superior coach, because let's get it right. Tuchel's better than Jose, yeah. He's at a superior team creatively, yeah, than Man United in 2016, 2017, or wherever it was, yeah. And first of all, you've gone and diss the club that has given you a second chance.
Resuscitation.
Like to really have the renaissance that you really wanted to have post Inter Milan, which I told you lot play in a bummy league, yeah. That league is bummy, bro.
Wait.
Yeah?
Serie A is
He's
hot
come
right now,
back.
okay?
Serie A is lit.
That's because all the teams are equally mid. That's what's going on over there.
Oscar.
Lazio, Roma, Sassuolo.
Oh, no. Okay, you've triggered me. Hang on. Isn't Juve and Inter in the last 16 of the Champions League?
Yeah, we slapped them 4-0, man.
But they're both there in the last 16.
Name me the last time
Cho scored against them.
Italian team won the Champions League. Name me the last time.
Oh, God.
My Inter. My lovely Inter.
Okay. And then the last two times an Italian team was in the Champions League final, what happened?
Annihilation.
They met the brown bag. They met the brown bag. Everyone loses to UEFA, either UEFA Lona or Real Madrid.
Everything he does, especially when Chelsea fans critique him,
injection.
It's so beautiful because Robin remembers. The North remembers. They told us. They told us your team is trash.
Trust me, I do remember
this.
Oscar?
They told me in the summer after the Euros, Lukaku's, because he said he's top 5 strikers in the world. He's top 5. I said he's not. They said, Ernie, you're a hater. Now we are seeing the real Lukaku.
Oscar, he's letting us down. We backed Lukaku at Man United.
But the thing is,
yeah, you both of you did.
Yeah. Listen, I cannot deny.
Peter had an hour-long argument.
He's letting me down. Let me tell you, he's letting me down.
But I still think like
Oscar, are you being serious?
No. I still think like if you can't get Lukaku scoring 20 goals, there's something wrong with you. Like there's something because have good strikers failed at Chelsea before? Yes, he wouldn't be the first one. Yeah,
good strikers.
It would not be the first.
Have not failed at Manchester United and Chelsea,
bruh. Lukaku is so easy to work with. Like
he's not.
Yes, he is. At Belgium, he claps. At Inter, he claps. Like he's so easy.
Uncle, look at the creative options at Belgium.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Go on.
And Eden Hazard.
Go on. There's more.
Listen,
really.
What's it called?
Torgen.
Tielemans.
What's my man at Atletico? What's my man? The one at Atletico.
Carrasco.
Yeah, he's
Carrasco. Listen. Also.
Yeah, but these are just good players.
Lukaku is like Bruno Fernandes. Big fish, small pond, high risk, high reward. You'll get top goal scorer for Belgium when they've had no top goal scorer. They've had none of that.
I said Impenza was their top goal scorer, bro.
Seven in that 92 caps.
Guys, the guy, Oscar's not making sense about him being an easy player to work with. The guy fundamentally is not a good footballer. He's not.
Yeah, but that I get what you're saying. I agree with that.
No, it matters.
I agree, but I don't think those two correlate. Like I don't think you have to be the best footballer to be easy to work with. Like
of course what?
No, like what my thing was always.
I kind of get that. Like Antonio's a good example. Like
when Antonio was
clapping, is Antonio ever gonna start for Chelsea?
No.
So let's not do this.
So
let's not do this.
That's a good point. That's a good point. To be fair, he's got me there.
No. I'm talking like Oscar supports West Ham. You lot are talking like he supports Derby. This is Chelsea Football Club. They won the Champions League before he came.
Which is why I never wanted him. But the point is, like he's He doesn't miss chances. You give him the ball in the box. You cross the ball to him.
He doesn't
He's
miss
lagging.
chances.
No,
doesn't
Robin,
miss- for Chelsea-
Robin,
for Chelsea, he
did I
doesn't.
He
hear
doesn't
right?
miss
For
chances.
Chelsea,
right?
for Chelsea, he doesn't. I'm sorry. For Chelsea,
Even
he
for
doesn't.
Inter, there was points. I was like, come on, man.
I mean, for Inter, he bagged
Robin,
24 goals.
Robin,
Even for
Like,
Inter, I was like, come
Robin,
on.
against Spartak Moscow, I wanted to shoot
Are
the
you-
man. Honestly, I was like, what are you doing?
no, but does he miss chances at a higher rate than any other striker? Like all strikers miss chances. His conversion rate ain't that bad. Like
Bro,
He scores
what
goals,
I
he
see
does.
with
Yeah,
my
he's a goal
eyes, I don't care
Fact.
about the conversion rate. When I look with my eyes, nah.
Hey, Oscar, he's
Hey,
looking knackered though. I'm not gonna lie. He's looking
see
knackered,
what
man.
C1 said, Ernest, we're talking about fundamentals. Let's go. Timo needs to leave with immediate effect. If he doesn't leave, it's IC1 privilege of the highest order. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
get onto it.
you
Get onto
see
it.
Timo
Hey,
Werner?
Timo.
I don't want to talk
No.
about I don't want to talk about him. C1 said let's talk about Timo. I don't want to
But
talk
you
about
know
Timo.
what? You know what's
Why?
Ernest. To your point about why Oscar can hang on with Lukaku, he hung on with Timo for 2 seasons.
Did I?
2 seasons he got off. No,
Bruv,
not in a disrespectful way, Oscar. As
Robin
in
was screaming
you
the
supported
realness in
him.
the first month. Robin was telling the man them in the first month, I'm on Timo watch.
Ernest,
Guns
ask
were
Oscar when
telling him,
ask
nah,
Oscar.
you're being too
Ask
far.
Oscar what I thought when he was watching Leipzig videos. Ask him. Ask him.
What did you
Because
think?
I said not good enough for Chelsea is what I said. I said that's not where your money should be going.
Have you? Can you find the pod where you said that? I don't remember.
No. We were watching it together. You were watching
Oh,
compilations of Timo Werner.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
And I said he's not good enough for the Chelsea, as you like to call them.
Hey,
Okay.
you know how clutch, yeah? You see when Oscar backs a man, he backs him to the death. Until Oscar's doubting Thomas for time. Nah, until I see the holes in the side.
Until he sees the holes. Then he
Oscar even now, because look at how flippy floppy he's been, yeah?
On
Man said,
who?
nah, Lukaku's not it. Man started bringing up Belgium. And
No, but I'm not. I've never been flippy floppy with Lukaku. I've never been flippy.
okay,
floppy.
Where are you now?
Do you want
Where are
him
you now?
at Chelsea or not?
We've got him.
Do you want him at Chelsea or not?
Do I?
Do you
no.
want him? See, I've
No,
asked him 3 times.
No, but
Hey,
can I explain? Can I explain my point and what my point has always been? Can I explain my point and what my point has always been? I didn't want us to sign him because I felt like the way Chelsea were going, it didn't make sense for us to buy Lukaku. We bought Lukaku. My point has always been, if you're going to play to him, then play to his strengths, and he can score 20 goals in a season. I've
Do you
always
want him
said
at
that,
Chelsea
and I
or
said
not?
that at United, and I said it here.
Do you want him at Chelsea or not?
Under Tuchel, no.
No.
Yes, because if we sack Tuchel tomorrow
didn't
and bring in
ask you
Mourinho,
under
I want to
Tuchel.
keep Lukaku.
I didn't ask you on the Tuchel. Do you want Lukaku
Why?
or not?
Well, but
I didn't
every
ask you
player
about
is
the
predicated on the manager. Every
No,
player is
Oscar, no,
predicated
to
on
be
the
fair,
manager.
That's a fair point Oscar's making. That's a fair
Oscar,
point.
no, but to be fair, if a
because
player is
if
good
you
enough,
ask me
you'd want to
today-
keep him
hold
or
on,
not.
hold on.
Do you know
If you
what I
ask
mean?
me today, do I want
but he-
Kylian Mbappe at Man United? I don't care what manager it is. I want
True.
Kylian Mbappe.
Because Kylian Mbappe is
Do
an
you
elite world-class
want
player.
Romelu Lukaku at Chelsea Football Club.
Come
Fifth
on,
time
man.
I'm asking.
But my answer is different for every player in the team.
No, but to be fair, the lack of an answer though, isn't it?
I've given you the perfect answer. If Thomas
Man's
Tuchel is the
talking to me
manager,
about Thomas Tuchel. I'm asking
Oscar,
about Romelu Lukaku.
Oscar.
Do you want Lukaku at your club or not?
Oscar, I'm sorry. You know the abuse we give Robin for on the fence. The splinters
you.
on
It's
tearing.
No.
No. It's
How is
not
that
on the
on
fence.
the
It's not on the
fence?
fence though.
How is that
He's
on
saying
the
because he's
fence?
saying yes and no. He's saying yes with one manager and no with the other.
It's a
Yes.
complex answer
Yes.
though. It's a complex
Yes,
answer though.
sir. Of
Is he
course.
good enough, bro?
It's
You
not-
know if you want to play or not.
No.
Come on.
Because when I was a couple of weeks ago, I had a bit of criticism for Thomas Tuchel. You lot got at me for criticizing him, and I said to you, he's built a team where the best aspect of our team is the fact that we press from the front, and that's how we beat Man City in a Champions League final. That's how we beat Real Madrid. We're playing with Kai Havertz and Werner and these men running around. Yeah. So if that's how you're going to get this team to play well, why are you signing a striker that doesn't press?
I said
My issue-
I said he didn't sign him.
I've never had a
That was
problem
my
with
argument.
Lukaku as an entity. It's
make
just
it-
why
no,
have you
you
brought him into a system that doesn't suit
You make a
him?
great point. But my argument to you with that question when you asked it at the time, I said he didn't sign him. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
I guarantee you that he didn't sign him.
And that's why my answer is if Tuchel doesn't want to use this guy, then yes, get rid of him. But if Mourinho was coming in tomorrow and you said, should I sign him? No, like keep Lukaku here. Mourinho will work with Lukaku. Conte will work with Lukaku. Keep him here.
He scored 12 goals under Jose Mourinho.
I mean, that's fair.
No, to be fair, that was Oli. That was Oli, though.
My house is still the same. I still keep him.
Also, he scored 27 the season before.
How can you say I'm
No,
capping?
no,
my opinion.
Adrian, we're not going to do that.
Did he say 27
in the Premier League? He scored 16 in the Premier
No,
League.
but Ernest, did he get 27 in all comps?
Yes.
That's high, you know.
It's not bad.
That's high.
So Peter, when I say a manager can get 20 goals out of Lukaku, I'm crazy.
I didn't say, no. What, me? I didn't say that.
I'm just saying.
No. You should get 20 goals.
Hold on. So are we doing all comps from going forward?
No,
I'm just saying 27 is high, Ernest.
I mean
27 is high. 27 is high. No, we don't. No. We're not.
No,
we're not. Ernest, we're
I
not.
like to set the ground rules from early. Are we doing all comps
parameters.
No.
Ernest,
Going forward, let's do league.
we're not. We're not. We're doing league.
So we're doing league.
Yes, we're doing league.
We're doing league. So it's 16.
We're doing league. But I'm just saying, imagine though he got 16 in the league.
Less.
But if you said to me he got 20, I didn't realize he got 27 in
He
total.
got 16 in his bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's
Olivier
his
Giroud
poor.
numbers. I hear that.
Peter, we
Osaka.
definitely need to move on.
Let's get out of here. Let's go over to Old Trafford where Lukaku used to play. Where Manchester United 3, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Everywhere they go.
You know, at the end of the game, I just thought, this is Tottenham. Why was I afraid? But I know Ernest is going to be jubilant at one point. So I'm going to speak first. Oh, what a game. Quite literally, for the first
Robin, get him out. Get him out.
Who?
Oh, Robin knows exactly who I'm talking
Who?
about.
Ernest?
Get him out.
Who? Let
I'm
me
guessing
hear
this
it.
as well.
Let me hear it.
Oh yeah.
Let me hear it.
Oscar knows.
I hope it's not who I think it is.
I hope it's who I think it is.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
Get him out.
Wow. Did he contribute to the game after the wahala that happened during midweek? Not really.
Him!
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
no.
I know who Ernest was talking
Wait,
about.
talk to me.
What you say? Bring him to Anfield. Bring him to Anfield, and you see a footballer.
Wait, who are you lot talking about?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Wait. Now that's throwing me off. That's throwing me well off. There
I'm
is one
talking
person.
I'm talking about Mr. 85 million.
Of course.
Oh!
What he said midweek? What he said midweek? I think talking about Rashford.
I said don't arrive. First of all, I said don't arrive.
You see Rashford, yeah? You know what? I'll let Robin finish because because Rashford is layered. It's a layered conversation.
Yeah, it's layered. But by the way, you see, Mr. 85 mil, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I saw it wrong. I thought that was for his level anyway. That was a decent to good game for him.
Get him out.
You can see the 2 goals at home.
He's the only reason that Tottenham were back in the game.
I mean, do you know what it is? It's the Gunnar effect. It's because it's all.
I've said this. This is the 4th week I've said it now. I've said this for 4 weeks in a row on the pod. When you start Harry Maguire, you start 1-0 down. If
it was Varane, I would have said it was unlucky, but it's Maguire, isn't it?
What did Varane do? Varane was covering his back the whole game.
Everyone covers him. Everyone. He's pants, bro.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
But yeah, no, I agree. The 80 million down the drain, worst captain we've ever had. Absolute useless. Needs to go. I've said this enough already.
Manchester United.
I know.
In hell.
I know. But
guys, if you see what Wilfried Zaha just did, yeah. No, I don't know what you lot put. Why you lot put your stock?
Yeah, he's had a horrible game.
Oh, by the way, when we get to the awards, I want to bring in a new segment in the awards
as well.
I want to bring in a new segment.
Okay.
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get
Because
there.
it just reminded me. I'm watching the game with Zaha as well, but we'll get there. In terms of the Man United game, this was the first game where we actually controlled the ball for a while. And this is why I was saying Matic for 60 minutes, because he actually was providing the cover that Scott McTominay never does. Fred had an excellent game. Pogba was not great one bit. Not at all.
No, he was pants.
He was horrid. He was horrid. Like
Poggy, come on.
Like quite literally, when I tell you Fred ran the, I'm saying this, Fred ran the midfield. Like quite literally, Peter, imagine that. Fred ran the midfield.
Is that more so Tottenham or is it more so him?
Both. He ran the midfield. It was the one, a fantastic assist to Ronaldo. Fantastic assist. The flick that he gave for Ronaldo's goal outside the goal. Absolutely fantastic. He was quite literally unplayable against that team. And quite literally, and this is when I was arguing in the chat regarding the handball, because for me, Dyer should have given us a penalty. And I was complicit with Alex Telles because he put his hand up. It was unnatural position. But I was asking, what actually is unnatural? Because to me, they were both not in the place where I could say they're not handball. Because I've seen it in other games where that is easily given handball or whatsoever. But I digress. Ronaldo had the game of his life. First time in a long time that I said, yeah, he was absolutely unplayable in that game. And yeah, no, 3-2. And we only, the reason why it was 3-2 is because we shot ourselves in the foot. And I want to ask you, Peter, because you said in the chat, and this is not getting at you, you said in the chat you think Tottenham will roll us over in the chat. I'm asking this. Do you think Tottenham...
Yo, did I say that, yeah? Did I say that? Did I say Tottenham will roll you over, yeah?
You true for the receipts.
Yeah,
bro. I'm amazed at myself.
Like, do you know what it is? That's like computerism.
I said in the group chat, I think it's a draw, but let's see what happens.
Interesting.
Because it was talking about the Dean Henderson, the David De Gea situation.
That was it. Yes. I remember.
So,
did Dean Henderson play?
Huh? No. David De Gea
didn't play. So he didn't play in the end.
Yeah, do your research, man. What's going on?
I didn't watch the game.
He really didn't watch the game.
Oscar, take that comment off for a second. You'll see my name. My name from here on. Join me, guys. I told you.
Hey, Peter's got a cult, you know.
No, but Peter, you're moving at the Premier League. If you don't want to be a part of football, get rid of it all.
I want to watch my team. I want to watch my team. Listen, first of all, I want to give a service to the people that watch.
It's all part of football.
Listen, I'm part of football. I want to get
this guy.
No, if it's that disgusting and that despicable, show us.
Yeah, hand in your paycheck.
Just show us. Bro, listen. I want Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford, where I want a 22-match brawl and points deducted. I didn't watch the game, Adrian. Please, please. Listen, please. Man United are playing Atletico Madrid tomorrow, where João Felix could knock them out at Old Trafford, and I'm not watching that. Believe me, I'm sacrificing, my friend. I'm sacrificing.
But yeah, no, my question.
Let's go back to Robin's point.
Question is Tottenham being Tottenham? Can Conte override that?
No, he'll never override it. He'll do what Poch did and get them to a certain point further than they should be, because he's a good manager.
And then he needs better players.
Yeah, he'll never override the Spurs. I don't think you can.
Override the Spurs.
That's impossible. But Pochettino was a miracle. He did a miracle in that club. Couldn't override Spursiness.
Poch did a miracle, but I'll say this though: if Conte stays and is in there in the summer, and somehow Tottenham give him 150, 200, 250, if he gets that bag of money, it's not the Tottenham you would have recognized for sure. In the years to come, you'll be unrecognizable.
Before we go to Ernest, you see, Manchester United, they're a big club, you know, they get all the comments. All the comments are coming in. I want to read a few of them and then we can get more opinions. Taha says, Rashford, ? Pogba, I'm confused. Lola says, Sancho with another good game. Boss Light Endo says, Bold Bar was a disgrace. Bold Bar.
Oh no,
No,
no.
he was
I'm
great.
coming to collect him.
Bold bar was horrific. Lola says, "Oh, you punk bounce." What is punk bounce? What even is that? Grow your hair back. Cheeks game.
Pogba's funny. Why did he do that? Why did he get such a haircut?
When I saw the picture, I literally thought it was Drogba. I literally thought it was very United top. That's how I felt.
Nah, do you
I
know
was like,
what?
I
It
was
has to
so
be
shocked.
here.
Listen, it's got to be one of those. It's a charity thing. It's got to be. It's got to be someone he knows who's because I can't mock it. I can't. I'm guarantee you, it's somebody who he knows. Maybe he's got cancer or something like that. Boom.
Oh, on a Make-A-Wish thing.
On a Make-A-Wish thing, cuz because on a
You
real
lot
one,
are clowns.
You know,
Ernest,
silly.
Ernest, I saw
You
it.
lot
I thought this.
silly.
I
You're
thought, nah, something's
disgraceful.
going on.
I was laughing for like 4
My
minutes.
My instinct was something's going on. Something is happening. There's no way this was on whim. He didn't
I
turn
heard
up to the barbers
I heard
and
that,
say,
that.
I want it all off. This guy's hairstyles, I want it all off. Nah,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
believe.
lie.
I'm not a believer.
No, Pogba's
I thought
funny.
he was going to do Umrah, bro. I thought he was going Mecca. I thought, what's going on here?
It
He's a
might
funny-
maybe, you know, maybe.
He's a funny dude, you know. He is a funny guy, blood. He wore light blue hair at the Etihad, bro. Like this guy is unmatched. Hairstyle wise, he's unmatched. He's unmatched. Oh,
But yeah, no, it was an important win. That's the main thing. It was a very
Yeah, it's
very
huge.
important win.
huge.
Tomorrow is our last game until April. We're not playing again until April because everyone has to do the catch-up games. Yeah,
Holy smokes.
yeah.
Till
And there's FA Cup as well.
He's
so-
getting a couple of friendlies, man. That's a long time.
Mm.
Wait, hang on a minute, because then there's international break as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not playing again
Yeah,
until April.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need some reps, some bleep tests or something.
A couple of comments talking about Romero. Taha says, Bon Romero, classless guy shouting in man's face. Nope. I respect all of it. I want it.
Nope.
Give me more.
Get
Give
a
me
few
more.
points. Get a
Give me
few
more.
points.
Yeah, the only issue, he did it at the equalizing goal, not the winning goal. That's a stinker.
Exactly.
Lola says Romero. I'm watching. She watching.
I don't think he's that bad, you know. Like,
She's
like
watching. Ernest,
I tell him.
C1 says Sancho slander not running anymore. It smelled like racismo, but it's fine.
Racismo?
From who?
The Kennington where it started, all that stuff. We've not seen it in a hot minute still.
I think he's saying it from you.
Yeah, that is where it
That's what I'm
started.
saying. Like me, when did
I think it means in general.
Okay. Well, why do you say Ernest? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because they're United fans, isn't it?
I've always said Sancho for me came to the wrong team. He's not an explosive winger. He requires a lot on like spatial awareness and like passing. Like he loves possession, and we don't like the ball at Man United. So I mean, unless C1 is saying that like he was backing him, and like football Twitter is not always trying to send for him. I don't know, but I've definitely not sent for Sancho. And I think for about 7 games now, he's like, I'll probably say that it started in Villarreal away. That's when I said, you know, I saw little signs. And another person who was showing little signs in a different position was Fred in that game at Villarreal, where Fred at number 8, I'm all for it. When he plays number 6, he's dreadful. He's absolutely pathetic. He has no clue what he's doing, etc., etc. But
there's a level of tech
in this game,
and
it
awareness
looks
that
like
you
we
need.
played. It looks like we played a 4-3-3 with Matic holding and Fred and Pogba as 8s. Fred was fantastic. Pogba was, oh my gosh, he was bad. Wow. Every time he got the ball, he likes to do this wrestling move where he'll put his arm on a man and try and hold up the ball when like a simple pass back would suffice. And this is where like, players like Sergio Busquets, players like Cesc Fabregas, like those are the guys you want to watch to be doing that kind of stuff where they know when to receive it, they know when to make it, you know, to take the ball long, play it short, etc., etc. Pogba was just, and it's mad because he played in a position that's not unfamiliar to him. Like he's played there before and he's banged. So I don't know what the problem was, but he was trash. Just you know what I'm saying. But back to Robin's point in terms of Matic is our best number 6, and you know 60 minutes and then he's done. You know what I mean? Like he can't. but like his passing ability is like top 3 at the club. He can move the ball around, bruv. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
No, Kevin De
Bruv.
Bruyne just hit the post. The ball rebounded
my
back.
days.
Mahrez smacked it off the bar.
That's the
City
4th time.
See you throwing everything at it.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
But like what else was I gonna say? Yeah, so Rashford was poor. He's been poor for a while. But again, just like Martial, another thing I was gonna say is that on the negative side, he doesn't get the excuses, just like Bruno. Bruno gets the excuses that Pogba never did. Rashford gets the excuses that Martial never did. Like when he's been bad, no one cusses him. Everyone talks about poor form. I don't know if it's the Brexit thing. I don't know what's going on here. But Rashford, for me, is both a criminal and a victim because he is one of the worst players on the pitch when it comes to ball retention. But I was watching Rio Ferdinand's podcast before this, and he's talking about how like Rashford's movement in the box has dwindled since his injury. But I think it's on him to have told Ollie, like, yo, I'm out. Like, my ankle is killing me. He said it after the Villarreal Europa League final. Half of us are playing with injury. That's on you lot. That's on you lot. Tell your manager I'm not fit. Like, like who was it that was tweeting today? Was it Adrian or yesterday? That, you know, when it comes to these job roles, they can replace you like that, bruv. So don't be putting out your heart and soul into it. Because Rashford will get replaced if he's sold. So, like, bruv, tell them when you're fully, like, not fit or whatever. Because Rashford will always play with injury. And it's always one of them niggling ones. Bruv, they said he's needed a surgery that he just had for 2 years. Why are you playing full 90-minute games with injury?
And then go to the Euros.
And yeah, like, and now you're talking about, like, I might not get into the World Cup. That's on you, my bro. Like, I'm so sorry. You should have looked after your body better. I said Rashidi hold the bench. I said Rashidi.
Rashidi, bro. I saw that. I said I'm putting this comment up straight away.
Yeah,
ain't that Nigerian striker?
No, I think that was
Rashid.
Yeshidi Rakini. Is that his name?
I think he passed away. Yeah.
And he had the three joints in his head.
Ain't that Taribo West?
No. I think Yakini had it as well. Taribo West had it.
I thought of Yara Shahidi.
What AD said last week about Marcus Rashford, guys, I cried laughing last week. I honestly cried. This idea that do not break your back for the job, I was saying. I was gone.
Right.
But you know. By the way, Pete, you still have something to bring back to Adrian from last week's podcast that you said you were going to do. I don't know what that is, but you said you had receipts on Adrian's head top, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one more point and then I'm done. What's it called? In terms of the control thing, guys, we play so different without Bruno, man. Oh my gosh, we kept the ball so much, and don't get me wrong, we were trash. Tottenham were better than us, especially when it came to possession.
Oh, really?
And a lot of that was because like Pogba was just not on it. Like he was one of them games where he was not arsed that day. If it wasn't for like the fact that Bentancur was probably worse than him, like I'll probably say
that's not his name. That's not his name. If Boss like it said Bentancur.
Hey, you know what?
I was crying.
That's really creative, you know.
Yeah, Bentancur had a poor game.
Let me come in. I need to come in defense for Ben 10 because I think I really like this player when he's at Juve. And I was at the toilet bowl last week where they played Everton, and he was really good in midfield. So I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, he looks like a good complete midfielder. Like he can do a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that Lampard midfield is meaty, though.
Oscar, is it? I still think it's good. I still think it's good, you know.
Let's AD when we get to Everton, Oscar. I'll bring that comment
Allen
back.
and Van der Beek. Oh no!
Yeah. Decore, Andre Gomez.
On paper, that midfield is not bad.
Yeah, I know.
It's a top half midfield, ladies and gentlemen.
It's organized by a non-organizer.
We'll get there.
We're here.
We'll get there.
So, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so like we tried it was the best that Ragnick could ask them to control any game that we've played this season. And for me, a huge part of that was that Bruno Fernandes was not on the pitch. And like I've always said, hey, we're gonna talk about Arsenal soon. But I tweeted it yesterday. I said, listen, you see Ødegaard, yeah, real number 10.
Martin
Like,
Ødegaard.
the guy has eyes in the back of his head. And it's not about assists. It's not about how many goals he can score. It's about dictating the game from the final third. And I wish, like I was telling my boy today, I said, bro, I beg you, let's do a swap. Because I don't care about Bruno's goals or assists. This guy is the truth, bro.
I said he's the truth.
Nah, Ødegaard is cold. Like, I look at little things. Like, what pass was it that he did where he literally, on the half turn, he can't even see where he's passing to, but he knew where he was going to pass to before the ball came to him. I said, Bruno could never. Bruno Fernandes could never do that.
Do you know what's annoying about Bruno?
Go on.
Like, we don't even need him to do that level of things. Just basic, don't lose the ball. That's it. Don't lose the ball. Keep the same output.
The words
fine.
Of the great philosopher, Fabian Delph. Football's a simple game.
So simple, man.
Game, mate.
Basics.
Just basics.
Just basics. Gravy, chips and gravy.
This is what I'm saying. Like, Bruno Fernandes always wants to be the hero. He's Thor. He always wants to do hero ball. It's not every day, bro.
No, it's not,
like,
man.
a simple pass will suffice.
What was the reason why he didn't play then?
At some point, 87% ball retention.
He got the roam. The roam.
Oh, you got the San Miguel, yeah? Oh, fair
Mhm.
enough.
You know how many United fans were happy when you got COVID?
How can you be happy?
That's harsh, man.
But
People are happy.
Like, he's a genuinely frustrating player. And I was telling my boy before the game kicked off, I said, Bruno's not here, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. But considering it's Tottenham, I'm going to take a pinch of salt. But we are definitely better in terms of our team structure. We are definitely better with sustained possession than we are with the Ollie chaotic cowboy football. It's better. It's better.
Ernest,
I'm so sorry.
Can I to the Man United people, can I bring a massive elephant in the room that is not being touched or discussed? So last week in the Manchester derby, a certain Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't in the country, right?
Mm-hmm. The country.
Because of whatever, right? Apparently he had a problem with his hip flexor. Have you had a problem with those before? Guys, you don't repair in a week and then turn up and score hat-tricks on the following Saturday. Okay? So
to be fair, he's not a normal man.
So
he's
apparently,
not a normal man. He's 37 though.
Apparently the Madrid, I saw a couple of Madrid fans saying about this. Apparently Zidane used to do this all the time, like play La Liga, just one game a week, rotate him in and out. So when they had like midweek games, just don't play him. So I was like, fair enough. That's just how to manage him, really.
So is it true that he was not fit to play in the Manchester derby? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
It was. Mate, the nose was getting longer. Ralph Rangnick's nose is touching the camera, but every time he talks, why is it everything he says?
You know why I respect it, yeah? Because in those kind of games, you need your forward line to do a lot of like pressing, and Ronaldo is like Maguire at the back. He's not going to do anything. He's not.
I mean,
so against Tottenham, that's easy money. He's going to score. Against City, he won't touch the ball. Bruv, do you remember when Liverpool came to Old Trafford? It was the same thing. So for me, I wasn't mad at Ronaldo not playing. Now, as a fan, you'll say, oh, but you got to play your best players. I've been trying to tell United fans this from Newcastle. The first game we played, the first game that he scored, I said, this guy is trash in build-up. You don't want Ronaldo in build-up. He's bad. So if you're gonna play a team where we're still trying to feel ourselves out when it came to City, because under Ollie it was chaos ball. Ralph Rangnick wants to press from deep to the top, then you can't play Ronaldo. You can't, like, you just can't. So I wasn't mad at it at all.
Interesting. For me, I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I don't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. With my eyes blindfolded, Ronaldo plays 38, starts 38. for the
He's
season.
37 years old.
Yeah, that's
Thing-
not.
but the thing is, we've not watched him this season where we thought, right, he needs a rest. Not once have we said that this season, have we?
Bruv, when was the last time he sued?
I mean, he ain't
Yeah.
suited the.
Yeah.
He's your top goal
Yeah,
scorer, though,
man.
isn't he?
Cristiano
Is he still-
Ronaldo.
He's still your top goal scorer, though, isn't he?
Yeah, bruv, do you think we had a choice? If you have Cristiano Ronaldo in your team, of course he's going to be top goal scorer.
That's a fact.
But what I'm saying is like exactly like I think he definitely should be playing every game he can because he is your. I don't want to say he's your best player in the sense of like just because he's one
but
of the
Pete,
greatest.
you're saying
But
every game he
he is.
can. He like if he plays every game, then after a while he won't be able to play every game. That's
Well,
the point.
at least let me see it. My man's
Nah.
getting dropped for
Nah,
games.
man.
He's
No,
not even in the squad.
he's played a lot this
Oscar,
season. It's
Oscar,
not like he's not.
He's not in the squad for the Manchester derby, and then you want to tell me he's got something wrong with his hip flex, and then he
Yeah,
fair enough. No.
I
fair
think
enough.
you're making a situation out of something.
Yeah,
bro,
pick your battles, man.
If I'm a Man United fan and I'm at the Manchester derby and my star player, one of the greatest, is not on the squad, I'm having questions. And then he scores a hat trick the weekend after.
Yeah, but
you told me it was
they've got a
injury.
must-win game on Tuesday as well.
And exactly, and he played. That's the thing. He's got a must-win game on Tuesday. He plays the Saturday before. You told me he's injured, and he scored a hat trick the following week. And not a minor injury.
But we
Not
know
like,
He
oh,
never,
yeah,
he never
calf-
broke his leg, though.
but it's not a calf strain or anything like that. He said a hip flexor.
Yeah, Pete,
What
come
are we
on,
talking
man.
about?
I don't really get why this is. What are we doing?
He's
37.
I was
He's
dumbfounded.
37, bro.
I was dumbfounded.
What was that?
Right.
Somebody's phone, boy.
Hotline bling. That's that hotline bling.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But
Anything else on this game?
No, it's just that tomorrow's a massive game. I think we will win
You're going out.
and go through to the next round. But it's going to be a tough one. It will be a tough one. But yeah.
João Felix, what with the gun finger? Yeah, hey, I saw the gun finger a couple of weeks back. I said, my guy. I said, that's it. He's the next one.
You're not beating them. You're not beating them. You know.
Diego Simeone.
I don't really see no
Oscar.
upsets.
Put
Out.
it this way,
Yeah,
I
bro.
won't be shocked at all if we're in the last 8.
No, I wouldn't be. Would not be.
Yeah, I think
I'm
we'll
more
be there.
surprised of United going through than I am Atletico, for sure. For sure.
Because we're both bad teams in this competition.
Look, Atleti should have never let you get back into the game last time. It should have never ended 1-1.
Sure.
It should have never ended.
Rhythm is a dancer. Antonio Dancer.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
even, you know what, Man United's Champions League run this year though. Come on, this is a fast as well. The Villarreal winner, the friggin' Atalanta winner. What have I watched this year, man? What have I seen? I can't believe Man United could be entering the last 8 tomorrow. How?
But
That's
you know,
fine.
like if we get to the quarterfinals, you know our journey ends there.
Who could it be? Who could it be against? What's the possibilities? What are we saying? City,
We've got
Chelsea,
City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern, Madrid, Juventus.
Do you know what's so
The
sad?
last 3 teams are the worst teams you in the quarterfinals.
Force of habit. I was going to say Barcelona. You know how far they've fallen.
We have a better chance against Chelsea and Juve. That's it.
Chelsea and Juve. Juventus. Oh, listen, man. Dusan Vlahovic, man. You get me? Dusan Vlahovic, blood. I don't think you want to face that.
Madrid,
yeah.
maybe? No, I don't know.
Yeah, Real Madrid are there to be eaten. They're there to be eaten.
Not for United though.
Real Madrid.
Thank you, Oscar.
I think they're both the same in a weird way.
Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro will eat us alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's Vinicius Jr. against who? Luke Shaw and Maguire. Oh my!
Yeah,
God.
I think it's really tough for United. 'Cause I think we'd beat you over 2 legs. I think most teams would beat United over 2 legs.
If there's any team I want, if we make it to the last 8, any team I want Chelsea.
I want Chelsea. Yeah.
I want Chelsea.
Why do you want Chelsea? What?
Wow, I'm
We'll
surprised
finish you
by
over
that.
2 legs.
Because
Yeah.
there's teams that are better than you.
Huh?
Because there's teams that are better than you.
Surely
They're
you want Real
right.
Madrid. Surely.
I don't think there's that many. You know?
Yeah, what are teams that are better than us? This is interesting.
No,
What
I'm
teams
saying,
what teams
well,
are better than? Well, as in,
Bayern Munich,
Yes.
Liverpool, Man City.
City.
yeah, you don't want those. You don't want those.
Yeah, that's That's 3 out of 8 though.
I don't want Madrid.
Real, you got Real.
As in,
I'm sure,
no, as in,
Okay.
I can't think of any other. Like, who else is in the court?
Who else is there?
Oh, got you.
City.
I'd go Juventus over Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's Chelsea's tougher
Definitely
over two
yeah,
legs.
Definitely. But I think all
do
four
you know
English
what it-
teams are going through, so we're getting one English tie.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's just the fact that we drew with Chelsea this year when they were better than us.
Yeah, but that's why I stressed over 2 legs. I don't think you beat Tuchel over 2 legs.
No. I don't think. Listen, I don't think we beat anyone in the quarterfinals. I'm just saying who our best chances.
Who your best chance?
with.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. C1 says Liverpool versus Man United in the quarters. I need that.
Please don't.
Something tells me, I've got a sneaking feeling that could happen.
No.
Waste.
What's that? Endo says Oscar. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was gonna say that 5-0. As much as I wanted 8 goals, that was scary. I don't want. I want the last game we play Liverpool to be at Anfield and we go home. I don't want to see no Champions League. I don't want to see Harry Maguire.
When is that game?
out.
When is that game, by the way?
We got Liverpool in the next
postponed.
3 weeks.
It's postponed.
I can't lie.
You got a date yet?
Yeah,
You got a date
postponed
yet?
because we got FA Cup, so we don't. There's no set date yet.
So they're just postponing the execution. Fair enough.
Playing Liverpool's long, man. I'm glad we played them.
It's
already.
long.
Let's get out of it, man. Annoying guys. Boss Like Endo said, Oscar, remember when I told you Real would beat PSG 3-1 and that your boy Pessi wouldn't do niche? He's been shocking this season. He's croaked. He can't even beat man anymore.
It's not even his fault.
Oh my god!
No. I'm not gonna lie to you, Robin. Yeah, we need to discuss Messi.
He missed the penalty in the first leg.
No. We'll get to the segment.
No,
There's a segment.
You see Messi. Messi's my goat, innit? But
He is the goal.
Honest, man.
He's the GOAT. People need to stop saying my GOAT when they say Messi. He's the GOAT.
But do you know what Messi?
All of us.
But do you know what Messi is before he's a goat, though?
What?
He's a man. He's a human being, and clearly his body can't do what it could do.
No, Adrian, we can't make excuses for Messi. We can't, bro.
No, guys.
Yeah,
No, guys.
Lola, thank you. We can't. No, guys.
Ernest, the elephant. Address the elephant.
When I'm talking about his fault, it's not his fault that PSG collapsed.
Address the elephant.
It's definitely not Pochettino's fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
What?
Jesus. What?
Listen,
did you say?
All of them can hold half of it. All of them can hold a chunk. All of them.
Pete,
did you watch the game?
Wait.
Don't be
I'm not
stupid.
saying
Otherwise,
factor. I'm not saying he's not a contributing factor, but let's not defend our boy when we're looking at the performances in France, which we call a farmers league with our chest, and let's not pretend like it's calm. Because if Ronaldo went to France and he had 2 goals to his name, and how many? No, guys.
Sure,
Messi
no facts.
has not been good.
Ernest, how many goals has Ronaldo got in the Prem? How many goals has Ronaldo got in the Prem?
12.
12 goals he's got. He's got 10 more goals than Leo.
Come on, bro.
In the harder league.
Yeah.
Harder league.
Yes, it is.
Messi, nah, it is harder league. I'm trying.
Come on.
But Messi's been.
Oscar, you're
Messi's
third.
Been, no,
You're the world champions and you're third in the league. For goodness sake.
but we're trash though. Let's be real. I tell you how bad Chelsea are every week, but I don't think Messi's been as horrible as everyone's making out.
Guys,
he's just not been Messi.
Yeah, I agree with Oscar. I actually agree with Oscar.
He's been better than Neymar. Let's be real. This whole season he's been better than Neymar. But Mbappe has carried PSG through everything.
No, but Neymar is no one's goal.
That's true.
So we're not judging.
He could have been, to be fair.
Yeah, if we're judging by GOAT standards, then
we're judging it on the fact that he's a GOAT, and we're judging on the fact that we assumed, or at least I did, if he goes to the Uber Eats League, he eats it up.
I mean, someone's gonna eat. Yeah, let's call a spade. In August, we all said he's eating. He's getting out of his 30.
Ernest, I thought he was gonna get 100 goals this season. I swear to you. He got 91 in a calendar year in La Liga. I thought he was going to get 100 in France.
But my thing is, Messi's not Messi no more. Like, he hasn't got that ingenuity. He hasn't got that half a yard. He can't. Messi don't even beat players no more.
Listen, even in the game against Madrid, there were moments when he would just have the ball, he would just dink it forward, and that's it, done.
Yeah,
beat players.
Hey,
I think his body's failing him.
Messi screaming at the TV like, "I gave y'all 30 years of my career." 30 years.
Y'all be telling me about how.
There was one point where he literally just jumped on the floor because he really wanted to score against Madrid, and people were just not putting him on the play.
Yeah, man.
Do you know no other
Senegalese
no
men
other
are
away player,
barging him off the ball.
no other away player has got more goals at the Bernabeu than Leo Messi. Are you taking the piss?
He's got more than certain number 9s. How many goals has Mariano got at the Bernabeu?
Guys, if you see Foden's chance, he was offside.
They're saying he's got more
No.
goals.
This game isn't ending 0-0, by the way.
Guys, I just have to say, we are 77 minutes in. Palace 0, Manchester City 0. This is a big moment. If Palace can hold on,
They're not going to. Like, you can't for 90 minutes. It's been a barrage, wave after wave of attack.
yeah, second half. The second half has been all Manchester City.
See, I hit the ball 4 times. Hit the woodwork 4 times in the game.
Yeah, but this is it. This is it.
Was it one of them was sit down, nobody talk at halftime.
Nobody talk.
Palace have done well, but City are going to score. You know what I mean?
But yeah, what was I going to say? In terms of
The
okay.
death touch from Phil Foden from Philip was unbelievable.
Oh, they scored, have they?
No. It was offside. I'm behind you guys, so don't worry.
It didn't even go in.
Yeah, why are you making a sort of noise?
I just saw it. I saw the touch.
No, I can't. Like,
it was live in play. It was live in play. I didn't know
the
he
touch
missed.
was saucy, but in P, your reaction was a bit leaky.
Yeah,
Robin,
I didn't know he missed. I saw him cautioned.
He channeled the inner Neville. The inner Neville was there. That's all there.
Hey, when they on Sky Sports News, when they done I think they done for Spurs' penalty, and you could just hear Neville. Oh,
yeah.
When Neville does that, you done messed up, boy.
You're in trouble. And he did it. Imagine against Man United. When he did that, I said, "Yeah, it's a penalty straight away." If he makes a sound, if he makes some sort of a noise, then you know.
But yeah, Harris, they've done it. Do you know what, Peter? Do you know what's the most annoying thing about PSG? For the first half, they were comfy.
And then what happened, Robin?
They were comfy. And then for the third, I think this is the 4th year in a row, they shot themselves in the foot. Once again. And do you know what? It started with the calamitous era of Donnarumma. Donnarumma,
what's he playing at?
I don't know what he was doing.
Donnarumma was at fault.
For the first goal,
At fault?
At fault.
Listen,
He started the avalanche, Peter.
Man's letting down Italian goalkeepers. Italian goalkeepers have a reputation, you know. Man can't be out
But
here.
yeah,
he's a unit though. Massive.
But the issue, it stems further that PSG just don't have leaders. They don't. As soon as the goal goes against them,
they really miss Thiago Silva.
Like,
where's Sancho?
What do you call it? The head was gone. Every single head was gone, and it allowed Benzema to do what we know Benzema does best and just kill them. It was like
was it a freak show though? Was it a freak show or was it coming?
No,
no. It was not coming.
It was not coming. PSG
Mbappe scored 2 offside goals and he scored. So it was like, bro, PSG were just battering them. Like the game never looked like it was turning until this Donnarumma mistake, and then Real Madrid got a sniff. Madrid got a sniff of blood. And they cooked. Like they cooked. Boss like Endo has a comment that he wants us to read out. He said, let's discuss Neymar, £200 million signing, only has 2 Champions League knockout goals in his time at PSG. His career has been a somewhat anti-climax. Mbappe putting him and Pessi to shame.
He didn't miss.
I'm not gonna lie.
He should have never left. He should have never left Barca.
I think with the Neymar thing, if we need a whole podcast on Neymar. I'm being so serious.
I agree.
We still wouldn't be halfway closer to the truth, by the way. It's so complex.
When you look at the antics of just always not being available around February the 16th or 14th, wherever it is,
his
Like,
sister's birthday.
it's just I
It's
don't
a
know about
farce.
this youth, man.
That's
So
awful.
like he has the legitimate arguments. Like when he gets, I feel like people stick it on him a bit too much when he gets injured. He's genuinely like fouled bare.
Gets
However,
kicked.
Yeah.
I'm
like
surprised his leg hasn't broken.
his commitment to PSG when it comes to like some performances on the pitch and etc. His commitment to professionalism is very questionable.
No,
and
Ernest, it's
and
not
then you've got-
questionable. It's poor.
It's poor, bro.
It's
Like,
poor. He's not professional.
I love Neymar.
He's a
I love
celebrity.
the guy is sick, man. But
He
like,
should have been the next one. We shouldn't be at the point where saying Mbappe and Haaland are the next one. Neymar
and
should have been
it's
the
like
next
it's
one.
like Peter saying the guy should have stayed. Should have
He
stayed.
should have never left Barca. His ego got to him. This idea that I was in Messi's shadow, that your ego got to
Yeah.
you. You should have sat in there and drank every
his-
medal that was at your disposal.
And his bank account. Let's and his bank
No,
account.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong, yes, but I mean, come on, guys, it is just a joke thing what he's been doing at PSG, bro.
I think he's a huge cause to the downturn in value of the franchise, because if you talk about like PSG being the project of like elevating the status and visibility of the French league, signing Neymar and his legacy there has really like it's stained it a bit, because it's like bruv, 200 M's, you're the most expensive player in football history, and this is your legacy. It's like I don't know, man.
I heard they got coated the other day at home to Bordeaux. I
Oh
heard they got
boy!
absolutely coated by the
Yeah,
Like,
they got
PSG.
booed,
every
man.
time Neymar and Messi touched the ball, it was booze. But I think that also brings, and again, it'll bring on to what I'm bringing on later. I don't think PSG fans have a reason to boo them.
Yeah, I think it's a bit disgraceful. Like I tweeted the other day, I said, like English fans get such a horrible rap because we look at them like English fans are scum, innit? But I've never seen an English club boo their players because they got knocked out of the Champions League.
Do you
Like,
know why? Do you know why I think I'm not gonna sit and justify and say what they did is right, but I kind of understand them, because in their minds it's like, you guys, the sole reason you guys are here is to give us a Champions League, and you put off that level of atrocious performance. Because guess what, guys? We're going to win the league with or without you. That's not why you're here. We're here for you to deliver on the grandest stage of them all, and you've let us down. Messi, in your case, first of all, Messi, in your case, you missed the penalty, a decisive penalty turned out to be in the first leg, and you haven't been even 1/75th of the player you were at Barcelona. So I kind of get it. Because it's
the reason I disagree, Adrian, is because I think it flies in the face of what people think football, or should I say, like success in football is not linear. You don't throw money at a situation. It's like United fans that thought we're going to win the league because Ronaldo came. Yeah. That's not how football works. Like, it needs structure. It needs a good coach.
I hear those 2 points, but to a certain degree, if you spend £1 billion in a decade, you should in theory have a Champions League. Like you should.
And the truth is, the winners always spend. The truth is, when you look at the list of winners, there's hella money pumped in. So both of you, I think, are correct. I agree with Adrian on that part of you guys are only at this dance for that song. That is it. That's all you're here for. But at the same time, I'm with Ernest.
Vanessa Bling.
At the same time, I totally understand what Ernest is saying, because it does. It's tarnishing what we love about this sport and what competition really is.
Because I had a huge argument with a man who is like, he's not a Newcastle fan, but he's very gassed about the Newcastle situation, which I find very weird. But he was like, Newcastle are going to win the league in the next 2 years, and I said that's not how football works, bro.
Yeah, that's
even
ridiculous.
With City.
That's
even with City, it took. Do you remember the first wave of City signings? Then there was a second wave. Then there was a third wave of like David Silva, Gareth Barry. Then the fourth wave was like Aguero 2012.
And only if you want to be technical, first wave was Alano Petrov and them, man. That was the first wave.
Remember Steve Ireland?
It didn't just pop up.
I'll caveat that though. You're right. I totally agree with you what you're saying there. But also, when you look at what Man City lost the league to, again, it was teams that spent buckets. And when the likes of like when Roman first came to Chelsea in the next season, they won the league 2 years running. You know them ones. So it's for me, it's always one of those ones where agreed. Just because you throw money at the situation doesn't mean you win the league. But guess what? The winner of the league threw money at it.
But
So you're playing
look at
against
the
money
context
against money.
of the 2 years that Roman won the double. Yeah, United and Arsenal were both in transition.
Were we?
In terms of between like 04 to 06, we were both getting rid of like big players, like old players. We're starting to leave. Do you see what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? I genuinely think 2005 we should have won the league. I think ever since we lost that game at Old Trafford, we were because all the Invincible team were still there the following year. 2006 we lost Vieira and Ashley Cole. That's when it was like, okay, we got to go again. But even then, we went to the Champions League final. You catch my drift?
Yeah, facts.
So
Facts.
it's 05 hurts because it was like we were so good that year. We were bloody good, but Chelsea were out of this world. They got 95
you won what, the League Cup that year? You beat us.
We won the FA Cup. We beat you in the FA Cup final. Yeah. So like,
but essentially, my point was that I think the idea
times.
And I think one of the biggest issues I have with football fans when it comes to issues like this is FIFA career mode, and you wanted to carry on, you wanted to translate into real life, and that's not how it works. Do you see what I'm saying? Spending the most doesn't mean you win. It should translate into some sort of final, etc., etc. Look at Chelsea are the fantastic like example of what did they say? 19 years, 19 trophies, like. It should translate.
That's crazy.
But like, you
Zaha's gonna. By the way,
whenever it was, like biggest sign of football heritage ever.
The
like,
biggest
advert.
Biggest.
For that stuff.
By the way,
Neymar will be the most decorated and talented. What could have been played? But do you think this is unfair to Neymar, considering like
the last time Barca won
the Champions League?
To be honest, I have a question. If Brazil win the World Cup this year, would that cement his legacy?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's no like. I think yes, it would, but like, there's no cementing your legacy. People will still talk about his time as PSG as a massive failure. So
facts.
But I think, but within the context of his career, and for me, one thing in terms of God given call me crazy if you want. In terms of God given ability, I don't think there's an awful lot between Ronaldinho and Neymar. Personally, I don't think it's as night and day as people like to make it out to be. And I think a big deciding factor in that, Ronaldinho has his World Cup. Neymar doesn't.
The thing is, though, I can't agree with you there.
I can't say that. I think Ronaldinho's peak is better than Neymar's peak.
No, I'm not going to lie.
What's Neymar's peak, though? 14-15, right?
Ronaldinho's peak matches Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm so sorry. Ronaldinho was outrageous.
I think Neymar was as well, though.
I think Neymar in that category was tier 2. I don't think he ever reached Ronaldinho's thingy. I just think he was tier 2. Listen, Neymar is a phenomenal player. It's one of the greatest players we've got to see, and his legacy is stamped anyway. Say what we want. The guy, when you go back in time, we will be talking about Neymar. Like he's still ridiculous. You catch my drift. He was still an unbelievable player. And of course, if he wins the World Cup, case closed.
But Peter, do you know what? But Peter, you hit the nail in the head, because that's why we're having this debate. Because really, you're right. He doesn't sit at that tier 1 table, and on God-given talent, he should. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
We kind of need to move on. But I just want to let you guys know it's the 90th minute. 5 minutes have been added on. It's still 0-0
Adrian
at Selhurst.
They're getting something. They're getting something. Don't worry.
There's a pass that Zaha put that was wayward, and I thought he's going to pay for that. He's going to pay for that. They get Sterling on. He's going to pay for that.
I'm not celebrating until the final whistle's gone, guys.
Well. And you've also got to deal with your bread on Wednesday night at the Emirates.
100%.
You got to deal with that.
But Pep is holding his bald head. That's always a pleasant sight.
Don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon, my friend.
Lola says City aren't winning this.
Don't speak too soon. City don't even have to win this game, guys. Don't speak too soon.
Now the narrative's changing.
Now look at him. Get out of here.
What did I say? Did I say they had to? I'm sorry. When did I make a commitment?
If Liverpool beat Arsenal, it's now down to 1 point. But okay.
Yeah, but I still think guys,
I made my point clear a couple weeks ago. So let's just see how it plays out.
As have I, Oscar. If Liverpool don't win the league this year, it's because they bought.
That is ridiculous, Adrian. Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why it's ridiculous? We're on Liverpool. We're on Liverpool. Shall I tell you why it's ridiculous?
We're going into Arsenal.
We can get there. Purely because your run that you've done is amazing, right? If you lose a game 1 or 2 here and there, or if City win all their games, we can't call you guys bottle jobs for not winning the league.
Because we were 2-0 up against Brighton, we were 2-0 up against Chelsea. We threw away 2 leads twice away at Brentford. We were beating Spurs, and Alisson made a mistake. Salah missed a penalty and 0-0 against Leicester. Those are 5 reasons why. I've even given you West Ham and Chelsea, because fair enough, you don't win every single game. I'm Chelsea at home, that is. But those 5 games, I can't forgive, bro.
How many games have Man City lost this season?
Bro, this is the Man City we knew. This is the Man City we know when we hate. So let's not act surprised. We knew every point is precious, and we did that.
I'm just saying Liverpool have done a phenomenal job. If they miss out, they're not bottle jobs. They've just missed out.
Nope.
It's not bottle.
In my opinion, no.
Guys, they stay league.
If City lose the league, have they bottled it?
From this position, I'd say yes.
Well, so then what are we doing here? So if one of them wins it, they bottle it. The other one wins it, they bottle it. My point is, it's just competition. Nobody bottles. It's just competition head to head, and somebody comes out the winner.
No, but Peter, you have to like, for me, you just look at the landscape.
You're chasing the league title. You're drawing at Palace, right?
Come on.
You haven't.
But what I'm saying is, Liverpool
losing to Spurs.
Yes, and Liverpool drew at home to Brighton as what's it? AD's
That's
mentioned.
farcical, bro. We were 2-0 up.
Guys, you're both not going to win 100% of the games.
They're 0-0 at Selhurst Park. Pep's made no subs. What's your bold guy doing? What's he doing?
He's going to win the league. Ask him in May. He's
asking
going to win the league. He's going to win the league. He's got it wrong today. He didn't get 3 points. He's got it wrong today.
We don't know. 2 minutes. Jack Grealish on the ball. You never know what can happen.
Don't worry.
That Grealish hasn't done anything in this game, you know.
In fact, Peter, also, the only player I'll give him on the striker, he's probably going to get Haaland next year, so he can give the season a pass. Fair enough. But look, 0-0, no striker, but he's got Grealish making dribbles. That's what I'm going to say. Crunch time, you need a number 9 to get you over the line. Where is he? But Grealish has nice calves, though, doesn't he?
I'm saying to you that, but the number 9 situation is like what you lot did with Van Dijk. I can't get Kane.
Yeah, I agree.
Fine.
I agree.
That's what. So the number 9 thing isn't him being like stupid or whatever. He tried to get it. He understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He actually tried to get it. He gave Spurs 100 million and they rejected it. So, at least he attempted. He knows the situation. He knows he needs a striker.
But my thing is this. So he clearly had 200 million to play with. Why don't you bump Kane up to 130 and leave Grealish at Villa? That's my thing.
Yeah, you can argue that. For sure. I mean,
Villa, listen, he had 200 million to spend, and they didn't need another creative player.
But they could have. But another day we could have looked at this and they could have got both, and we would have been sat here like flipping out.
But they didn't.
Yeah, sure. They'll still win. They'll still win the league.
Says Foden hit and miss. Yeah, he's been that way for a while, all season, I'd say.
Yeah, he gave me good since the Liverpool game, I don't think.
Boss like Endo saying, "Hey, we could actually win this title." You see, Boss like when I've been telling you you've been telling me, stop. You didn't want the pressure. Now, bro, we're close.
Tell Kevin Keegan to calm down, man. Tell Kevin Keegan to calm down.
I love it. We beat them. Love it. We can win this title.
We can win this title.
No, but
Vieira,
it's full time at Selhurst Park.
Right, yo.
So, Peter,
yes.
Remember when I told you that this league is in Liverpool's hands? You said to me it's not.
But it's not. It's in Man City's hands too.
But it's in Liverpool's hands now.
But it's in Man City's as well.
But it's not in Man City's now. It's in Liverpool's hands now.
No, it's still in City's hands. City win their games, they win the league.
Go look at your table.
But if you win, wait, how's that work?
It's because they're playing each other. Don't forget.
We're playing each
other. They've still got to play each other.
But now that they've lost, they haven't lost. They drew.
Exactly.
Yeah, they got a point. Yeah, but it's only a point. Still, this Liverpool's league, man.
It's still in Man City's hands. Like, what's going on?
Look at Grealish. How many fights has he had this season? I can think of 3 fights he's had this season, and that's more than goals he scored. Klein now, Romeu, and then Lucas Moura in his debut. So that's 3 fights. Show me his 3 Premier League goals this season.
KDB wants to talk to the referee.
Let me talk.
Let me talk.
Alright, man, we're
Pete,
cooking.
let's move on swiftly because we spent.
Yes.
We've
Where to?
overspent
Okay,
time.
should we go to the Emirates?
Yeah, let's go to the Emirates because
Oh,
Leicester
lovely,
City
lovely.
are absolute garbage. That's why. Leicester
Who?
City are absolute garbage.
You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to
Why?
say that.
Why am
You're
I
not
not
allowed
allowed
to
to
say
say that?
Because when I mentioned
Yeah.
that in August, no, you already had the stones. You had the stones for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't
No,
want to hear it.
And to
You
be
told
fair,
me, wait there. You told me that manager should be at the Arsenal. I don't want to hear that from you, Robin.
I
I
said,
don't wanna
would
hear
you
it from you.
take him over Arteta?
And
And
what
you
did I
said,
tell you?
you said no,
Yeah.
and I said fair enough.
And it looked scandalous, didn't it? It looked
It
scandalous,
did.
didn't
It
it?
did, Peter. I thought
did,
he was
yeah,
a mad
it did.
man.
Unbelievable.
I
Unbelievable.
I want to send you to the man with the white jackets. That's what I
I'm
want to
only
do.
a journalist. I'm only a journalist.
do you know why I think it's harsh to criticize Leicester today? Because I believe before this game they had won 4 in a row, and Arsenal have been on excellent form and were just clearly the better team. This is about Arsenal being good. This is not about Leicester being bad.
Robin, can I ask you something? Why did you start there? What was there when you started with regards to Arsenal? I
The
wanna know
first
why.
chess piece.
No,
he
because
began there.
what do you call it? It's not that I don't think Arsenal are a bad team. I can put my hands up and say Arsenal are in excellent form. They're in fine form. No one can bat an eyelid against that. But I just think of all the rest
Wait, hold on. Pete, are you drinking milk?
What?
I'm drinking a cold glass of almond milk. Unsweetened.
You're sicko.
He's moving like cut angle. That's what he's doing.
Nah, really, man. You need to do that.
It's 10 p.m.
Mate, 30
Yeah,
calories.
What else should you drink?
per glass?
What
He's trying to be an Olympic gold medalist. That's
milk
what.
is 30 calories. Is that it?
It's 30 calories
Pete,
per
are you drinking milk?
glass.
How many calories is water? 0, right?
There's 0 calories in water.
SW6 says Peter was drinking candle.
Why is it at hour 1:56? Now people are clocking onto the milk. I've been drinking milk since the start of the podcast.
Wait. Are you moving like Santa Claus in Friday After Next?
Where the milk and cookies? Y'all think this is cap? Unsweetened Alpro almond milk, no sugars.
That looks delicious, you know.
It's fantastic. I love
Bring me
it.
in.
Listen, mate, I've
Yeah.
always liked a good nut. So
Get yourself an iron.
Oh, I
what you
big
need.
man.
Are you
Get
drinking
yourself
Iron Brew?
hang on. Are you in
Hey,
Glasgow?
Adrian.
1996.
Is this guy? First of all, is it?
I can't believe that.
Get yourself an iron.
Derby?
Adrian, I
guy-
can't believe
is
what
he-
you're saying.
You got Scott Brown over there.
Extra taste,
Scott
no
Brown over
sugar.
there.
So
No,
yeah,
no, Robin, no, Robin,
Got Brown over there.
Robin.
No, but I was
Are
agreeing.
Stop
you,
an iron brew.
are you at the old
I
firm
can't believe
derby?
you said that.
This guy's drinking a lion brew. How much did that can cost? Like 25p. How much did that cost?
it was a multi-pack still, can't lie.
So,
Multi-pack.
He's
doing this
You're a
again.
psycho. You're a psycho.
He's doing this again.
He's going in again.
Robin, take
No, but
take that to Glasgow now. You'll be a wealthy man. At the bus station, they'll give you a tenner for it.
Refurbished engine oil. Hey,
Alright.
listen, I am Bruno.
If there's one drink I want to be sponsored by, I am Brew. You can sponsor me anything. I'll be the biggest advocate for it.
Robin, you're a maniac. You're a maniac. If
That
a
will be
can
the biggest-
costs 20p when it's besides the Coke, which is like 60p, something has to be asked. Questions have to
Sugar free,
be
my friend.
Are you in Aberdeen? This guy. I
Zero
am
taste.
Brew. And I am Brew. I can't believe it. I can't
You know
believe
what,
it.
yeah?
Wow.
You go to a McDonald's in Scotland and they do it. They do Iron Brew instead of 7-Up, I believe. That's what
I am
you
brought
want.
on tap.
On draft.
Yeah, no, in McDonald's. I am not lying.
You
Not
know what
lying.
I am Brew on draft.
I reckon with the soda, I reckon it might be alright, you know.
Nah, man, cock back, bruv. Cock back.
No, 'cause
What
I'll
are
be
we
honest,
talking about?
even Coca-Cola is disgusting to me. But when it's in the pump, it's something.
Mm.
Man,
Yeah,
what's that syrup? Man,
I
what's
get
that
that.
syrup?
bro.
Peter,
Oh, yes, Oscar.
What's like Endo says Odegaard, best 10 in the league at the moment. Partey looks good as well now. So does Ben White. Can't lie, I'm liking this Arsenal team.
Martin Odegaard, yeah. It's one of them ones, isn't it? Obviously, my heart bleeds for the Mesut Ozil of this world. But because do you know what it is though? Remember when he was left out of the squad and we weren't creating chances, ironically, right? And it was a case of like, we need to create chances, blah, blah, blah. He then goes and gets Odegaard. So it was like, well, it was obvious we need to create some chances. Thankfully, he's in the team now. He's gelling. He's doing his thing. And guys, the touch against Watford to set up the what goal? Martinelli's goal. I had to change trousers. I couldn't believe the touch. Oh, guys, it was over. I had to change.
Question. I have a question. Quick question. This is specific to you, Peter, but it opens up all Arsenal fans. Did you see this in Odegaard from the beginning?
Say that again.
He's gone. He's gone. Ernest is gone.
What?
I was saying, when you signed him.
Over what Peter just said. He said you have to change trousers.
Do you know how many comments I've made? You know how many comments I've made today where it's been skirted, nicely drifted.
Peter, there's a red card you got away with. Both legs in the air, you kick someone in their chest. How you got away with it, and how the comments didn't pick it up, but me and Oscar saw. You got away with murder today.
He's got away with murder.
What was your question, Robin?
No, my question was the whole thing from Martin Odegaard going to Madrid, just drifting around clubs and then loans. Are you surprised that he's coming to form now, or did you always see it from when you signed him?
You know what? He was always a good player, in it, yeah. But he needed work. He needed to add things to the game and whatever. He's a kid. He's a bloody kid, right? I think he's 22, 23. There was always a player there. My main concern about Arsenal as a whole was just our setup. With the manager and everything else, right? There was all that kind of stuff going on. So it was a bit like, you could bring anybody here.
Yeah, I remember there was a couple of times I used to prop Odegaard in the WhatsApp group, and you would shut me down like no.
Because do you remember his first 6 months at the Arsenal?
That's what I'm saying.
Peter weren't feeling him in the first 6 months.
That's what I want him this question.
That's what Robin was asking, and Peter didn't want to say that, so I just wanted to make sure.
He looked like a 10-year-old playing in a big man pitch. You know those guys, they kick the ball. There's not enough power in the pass. There's not enough power in the shot. That's how he was playing. He was playing like he was.
That's a beautiful example.
Like there was bare high grass. Things just weren't cooking for him.
Yeah, he just didn't look in my opinion.
Good enough. I thought to myself, what is going on here? What is happening? But
now he looks good enough.
Now he's one of the leaders in our team. Can you believe that?
Sensational.
Listen, I'm loving the way our team is playing. You know what I'm saying? I saw the consistency from early. Man, them didn't want to know, innit? Man said, I hope the fiance is not watching.
Yeah, I hope she's not watching either.
Why?
No comment.
The comments you've been making, that's one
comment.
I understand.
Lola is saying Odegaard with the most chances in that game with 6. The next players were 4 Arsenal man and Madders with 2. Can you imagine it was Madders or Odegaard?
Because man.
Let's be very clear. Leicester were awful, guys. I'll be fair with that, yeah.
Without Robin starting, they weren't good.
They weren't good at all. And James Maddison, do you know what I was watching when I saw those kind of players? I just thought, you think you've arrived.
But
you think you've arrived.
This is the invisible Gucci bag and
Adrian,
he's
from Coventry, man.
Do you remember when Maddison was on the flipping Lambo or whatever car it was in a Gucci tracksuit? Yeah, and I thought, bruh, if this was a certain Frenchman, this would have been, bruv. This would have been peak, bruv. The guy has been a hot.
When you referred him to Jay-Z or something?
Remember Brendan? Remember Brendan benched him after that though. So to be fair to Brendan Rodgers, he's always not panditry. I'm not talking about panditry.
I'm not talking about what's the repercussions from the manager. I'm talking about media. I'm talking about panditry.
For sure.
I was like, bruv, this guy has been touted as one of the guys that's gonna go to Arsenal or United for 80 million if Leicester get their money. And I'm like, this guy has not been good for time. So what we doing?
You think about it, 65 million quid he was rumoured to go to Arsenal for. Jesus.
That's more than double, Odegaard.
We dodged that, but that's the thing. Odegaard cost 30 million quid. Do you feel me? He cost 30 million quid. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those where you just think, okay, you know. But yeah, no, I'm just happy with how the team's playing. I'm glad that we're taking in our wins. Do you know what I'm saying? We're taking in our wins, and now we can lose our games in hand and still be 4th. Like, that's comfortable. Do you catch my drift? We can lose all those games. We will still be in 4th position, which is great. However, we've still got to play Man United at home, West Ham away, all that kind of stuff. So
We haven't
just
beaten
hope-
you at the Emirates in like 20,000 years, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Do you know? Do you know what's funny? I don't know why it's in my head. I just think we'll do something so dodgy. Do you know how Peter was like last time saying that we won't lose to this Man United team, and he did because the madness happened. I think it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man, because
Look,
like,
tomorrow Wednesday will prove to me what kind of Arsenal side this is. When we are at home to Liverpool, I want to see what kind of Arsenal side.
I think it'll be a
that'll
draw.
be a tight 2-1, you know.
I think it'll be a draw. I think it will be a draw.
If it's a draw, Robin, then Arsenal make the top 4 this year. Then I'll stamp the mark. I'll stamp the mark and say that's Champions League football then. Because if Arsenal can get the draw at least against Liverpool at home, when Liverpool are trying to fight for the league, listen, I don't like playing teams who have to fight for something, whether it's relegation or whether it's frigging the title. Right now, do you know who you lot should be playing right now? You want Southampton Football Club. Right now, they are at the beach settings. Let me tell you, right? Because losing 4-0 at Villa side, 4-0, and I think they lost at home to Newcastle sometime I think last week. Not too long ago. Home to Newcastle. What did they do this weekend? The Saints. Who do they play this weekend? Anyway, but my point is, you want to face teams at the beach who are no longer, because remember, it's mid-April, it's mid-March now. This is the time where sandals are on, right? They are on. So you want to be facing those teams who are 8th.
Bournemouth used to be prime for this.
8th and 14th. You want them. You know who was very good at this? It was Crystal Palace and Newcastle. Used to be brilliant at this.
Southampton
were kings of doing this. So at this stage, I want to be playing Southampton. I think we got them soon. Did you know Brighton are 13th in the league all of a sudden? Just all of a sudden, they're 13th.
I want to say all of a sudden.
Why are you saying all of a sudden? Isn't that where they're meant to be?
They've been there for time.
Oscar, like about 2 months ago, they were 8th.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but they were 8th like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but like that, they were. That was
a good start.
That was a surprise.
Don't forget, they were 8th. But what I'm saying is, how'd you go from 8th to 13th in the space of 2 months? We barely played that many Premier League games.
2 months. Where did Newcastle go in 2 months in that position?
When there was like FA Cups going and when there's friggin' international breaks happening.
2 months.
You weren't having that many.
Well, that's 8 games,
8th to 13th in 2 months, Pete. Come on, that's not that much.
I'm just surprised, isn't it? I'm surprised they're there. I'm surprised they're behind Leicester. Like, come on.
I'm not. Because as bad as Leicester have been, they've got bits of quality. Like Leicester can easily win 2-3 games in a row, and we won't notice.
But yeah, listen, I'm hoping that Arsenal just stick to their game plan, keep going. This week is a big test. To have 3 games in 6 days, you know what I'm saying? We've been having 1 game a week, guys, since the start of the season. Now we had what's their name? Leicester on Sunday. We got Liverpool on Wednesday, and then Villa early kickoff away on Saturday. So it's a testing week. If we get through alive, the top 4 is ours.
No, you can afford like all agenda aside, like you can afford to lose valiantly against Liverpool and then pick up again against Villa. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, last time when we lost to like Man United, I think we lost to Man United and Everton back to back, didn't we?
Yeah,
in the same week.
farcical.
When we lost to Man City, we didn't win a game in January after that. So
that Man City one's a bit of a stretch. You drew to Burnley and then you won.
But we didn't win. But we didn't win in January. We went out to Forest literally the next couple of days. We've gone out in the cup to Liverpool. Then we drew to Burnley. Like we can't. Let's not ignore.
Okay,
so it's them ones for me where like if we lose a game, I'm concerned at how we'll react. That's all. But let's see, man. I'm happy with what's happening. Martin Odegaard is doing brilliantly. Thomas Partey, ever since that interview he did when he said he got 4 out of 10, and I was ready to hit something. Since then, it's hard to fault the guy. He's been playing good. He got Arsenal's Player of the Month in February. He's been pretty good. So he's been stable, and I think it's the continuity of Xhaka, Odegaard, and Partey in that midfield. If that can stay till the end of the season, I don't care about anywhere else. If those 3 in midfield can stay to the end of the season, Arsenal will be okay.
Wait,
it's actually kind of balanced.
Own Player of the Month.
Yeah, don't clubs have that?
All clubs have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but every club has Player of the Month.
Yeah, your fans just.
To be fair, all clubs are not liquidated anyway, but maybe.
Hey.
Maybe the trophy costs a bit. Anyway.
Are you talking about trophies? Relax, man. Relax.
So
I said relax.
But yeah.
certain clubs are born into 03 and ended in 2022 and talking.
Hey, we won more trophies than Liverpool in the 90s. Don't ever run that 03 nonsense with me.
Did we? Did
Do your
you?
research. Do your research.
Okay.
Good grief.
Come on.
Don't forget,
I
Oscar, don't forget.
believe Oscar still. I can't allow that one.
Come on, man.
Oscar, they got a Premier League title in the 90s. I tread carefully.
I said we've won more trophies
know.
than Liverpool in the 90s.
Oh, we
I'm
did.
just saying. No, I'm just
Relax,
saying.
man.
I'm just saying. They got a league title in the 90s. Like,
Yeah.
tread carefully.
No, come on, man. He said 03,
Oscar
bro.
got a couple FA Cups. He's there.
A
grinning,
couple
like.
European trophies too, if Arsenal fans want to pipe up.
Which
man.
which European trophy did you win in the 90s?
We won a Cup Winners' Cup and we won a Super Cup.
Oh,
in
the
the
Cup
90s.
Winners' Cup. Do you know what the
Yeah.
Cup Winners' Cup was, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't
European
remember?
trophy, that's what it was.
Europa.
Oh,
Was it?
oh,
Is
okay.
it
Qua,
Okay.
qua, qua, qua.
Okay.
Nah, man. Do you know what it is?
No, okay.
They're not major trophy. I'm not trying to say we was winning Champions Leagues, but don't do this invented in 2003 thing. Don't do that.
Okay.
No, I was just
Well,
saying. I was just
do
saying,
this.
picking at Liverpool
Don't
in
do
the
that.
90s. I mean, they still had a league title in the
I
90s.
have to because
pick
if we were irrelevant then and we were winning 4 or 5 trophies in 5 years, then certain clubs are irrelevant right now.
Damn.
Like
Oh.
who? Say it. Like who?
No, the clubs that don't have that record. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
who? Like who?
He doesn't
You
need
can
to
do the maths. You can do the
if the
maths.
shoe
If
fits.
the shoe
If the-
fits.
He's
Well,
kidding.
okay,
You can
okay.
do the math.
If
Fair
the
enough.
shoe fits.
We got 2 FA Cups in this decade, so it was
So
the last
then you
decade.
must be exempt.
Okay, fine. I wanted him to say names. I was waiting for him to say names. But yes, we love it, man. We love it. You know, Arsenal doing their thing. We march on, man. Anything else? Anybody want to say anything on this game?
Can we move on?
Sorry. I just want to read a couple of the comments. Sorry. Lola
England,
said,
number one.
can we chat on
England,
Casper
number
quickly? I don't really want to chat on Casper, but I do kind of because I know Peter rates him highly.
one.
Man.
Steady. I rate him
think he's
highly.
good, but
Yeah, Pete, you're always talking highly about Casper.
I
Every
don't
time
rate
I
him
talk,
highly.
every time I talk bad about him, you're always backing him.
Yeah, because you unfairly criticize him. He's
What
a
was he
good
calling for
goalkeeper.
when he couldn't save that penalty? What was he asking for?
He was saying that Lacazette obviously
encroaching. you know?
Lacazette thingy in it. He sort of skipped and then stopped and then shot.
Loser. He didn't skip.
Not skip,
Lola
but he
says
started. Sorry.
Lola says he needs to learn that he's not his father. Stop shouting at the ref when you let goals in. One last comment.
That dynasty is sick. I can you both be goalkeepers and both have a league.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
That's
crazy.
cold.
I can't
That's
believe
cold.
he's won Premier League. I still can't believe that. It's
Yes.
unbelievable. It's
That is
unbelievable.
cold,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know.
Also,
Mm.
what random thing? Peter Schmeichel won a European Championship with Denmark. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you know how they're talking about pulling Russia out of the competitions
Euros.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of the conflict that's going on in their country.
Yeah.
In that Euros, Yugoslavia qualified. They had to be removed so Denmark could be placed in, and then Denmark won it without qualifying. Crazy.
Yeah. Mad story. Mad
That's
story.
lit.
Yeah. Boss
Yeah,
like this says, Oscar, you taking Mount or Odegaard? For me, it's not even close. Odegaard's better than Mount, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a bit of a low blow, you know.
For sure. Yeah, it's not needed. I mean,
Yeah.
Mount's been doing all right, you know. But yeah, what's it? People are dumb.
Yeah, sorry. Chelsea in the 6 years before Roman finished 4th twice, 6th twice, 3rd and 5th, and 6 trophies. Arsenal in the last 5 years, 8th twice, 5th twice, and 6th, and 2 FA Cups. Make of that what you will. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But people will just tell you that we were formed in 2003 and we were nothing before that. So let it be what it is.
I like how he conveniently leaves out that we finished second one of those years. But all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
It is what it is.
Can we-
Peter.
That's all
Can we talk
Peter
about-
saw, you know.
Can we talk about
I
Peter's?
was waiting for a second. I was waiting for. Where's the second?
No. But speaking of Peter, I want to talk
Yo.
about Peter's betrayal to his loyal club this week when he went to visit the people down the lane.
The toilet bowl. Oh, guys,
I need to talk about this certain team in blue because
we
I
should.
said a couple of weeks ago they're in
Let's-
trouble. Guys,
Let's
Everton are in trouble. And we
let's
need
go-
to talk about it.
well, I was thinking we should just go through the rest of the fixtures, but we can start with Everton, right? And then just
Everton are in trouble.
roll it off.
Who did Everton lose to this weekend?
Everton lost to Wolves at home, and this was one of the big games because once they lost to Tottenham, it was like, okay, they've got a bunch of Big Six games coming up, but before that, they've got Wolves at home and Newcastle at home, and their away form has been the worst in the league. Like, they've had the worst away form ever.
Worse than Norwich?
No, I'm just exaggerating. I don't know if it actually is.
Right.
But the home games is where everyone was like, Lampard is going to stay up. He has to win a couple of these home games. And Wolves was one of those where you felt like he had to get a win. Not only did he not win, he lost.
Oscar, can I give you
Super Frankie Lampard?
Can I give you some stats, Oscar? Everton have played 26 and have lost 16. Did you hear me, United Kingdom? Everton have played 26 and have lost 16.
Oh man!
When
I need Everton to go down, and especially because Lampard is the manager there. They need to. Can I be frank for a second, right?
No pun intended.
Definitely intended that one.
It genuinely wasn't. Here's the thing: no manager should have Everton Football Club after 26 games in middle of March should be sitting in 17th place. I'm here to say, guys, they need to fire this manager today. And they need to give somebody like, I would say Duncan Ferguson, just to slap every single one of those players.
Oh, the Watford team.
Around the... Adrian, it has to be done. They have to arrest the situation. You know what it means if you get relegated in your Everton Football Club and you spent the money you spunked? Huh?
Can they even buy any players? FFP.
They're getting a 10-point deduction, I think, at the next season. They could be. They're either going down this year or they could go down next year. Okay. And let me be very, very clear, Oscar. Sorry to say this. The reason they're going down this season is because of Super Frankie Lampard. This side,
not solely.
It's definitely
big
not solely.
Big part responsibility.
He's 70% of this cake. Because remember, Oscar, when he came. Oscar, remember when he came? Because he's not arresting the situation.
Peter, he walked in. They had one win in 14.
Yeah. No. Their form is atrocious. But I look at this side, Oscar. I looked at this side, right? And I watched them against that lot down the road last Monday, right? And in the first half, they're pressing Tottenham. They're playing better than Tottenham in the midfield. I was looking at the midfield. I was like, Allen's good. Van der Beek's decent. They're all there. They're there doing their thing, right? Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin were nowhere near the game. That's the only problem. But the mistakes going behind them, I mean, it was unbelievable. Michael Keane was turning like an 18 bus. I was confused by all of this stuff.
He's bad.
Right? Holgate thinks he's better than he is. John Joe, do you know they had John Joe Kenny at Schalke a couple of years ago on loan? When you send a hard, either Irish or Brit to Germany, you know you have no intention of playing him in future time. He wears the number 2 at Everton. So they haven't even bothered to replace this right back. It's unbelievable. Was it AD that said, what's it called? Them man are still trying to get rid of Coleman 4 or 5 years ago. Coleman was featured at Spurs, featuring the game. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
It's Coleman that started right back.
Seriously. Listen, the players are awful, but I'm sorry to say this, ladies and gentlemen, they cannot be in 17th place. Oscar said when Lampard joined, he can't fail, in the sense that Everton were not going to be in any danger of going down. He just thought that they'll stick around, right? He thought Everton would just stay around. They can't do worse than Rafa. And I said, he's not as good as Rafa. So therefore, if Rafa's doing what he's doing with this club now, guess what's next? He's going to sink like a stone.
No, but do you know what?
Remember what I said, though. When you're going to quote me, remember what I said. I said he can't fail because if they don't get relegated. If Everton get relegated, that's Lampard's failure.
That's what I said. I haven't said anything different there. Yeah. I literally said that you said he can't fail because he won't get relegated. Yeah, because he won't get relegated.
No, it's not because he won't get relegated.
I'm saying, but you believe he wouldn't get relegated.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah. Relegation is a foul, but I think if he keeps him up by the skin of his teeth, I'm not calling that a failure on Frank Lampard's part.
Well, I'll tell you what.
One win in 14. Look at that back line.
Do you know what's alarming about Everton, though?
Adrian, sorry, before you go, why did Everton recruit him then? When you've got 1 in 14, why on earth did you pick him?
Do you genuinely want to know why? The fans asked for it, remember? The fans said no. The fans said no.
You should never listen to the fans.
And they chanted Frank Lampard's name.
Why? lie.
That is
He's
why.
a Tory,
You
for
should-
God's sake.
You should
They should-
never
I lie.
listen. How are Scousers voting in a Tory? Look, you should never.
Unbelievable.
You should never ever.
You
listen.
can't even buy the son in
They-
Liverpool,
They
by the
have.
way.
Imagine this, yeah, at your disposal, and I mean that literally. At your disposal is Duncan
Hey.
Ferguson, and you went and got Frank Lampard. This is
Never,
unbelievable.
Never ever listen to the fans, right? Manchester United listened to the fans. They brought Ronaldo back. Not a good move. If Arsenal listened to the fans, they would have signed Maddison instead of Odegaard. That's a stinker.
I know the sacked Arteta.
You can't listen to the fans. But I just want to bring back. Lola's point, because when it happened, I don't think anyone deep the gravitas. They loaned in El Ghazi, bro. What? Why did they loan El Ghazi?
I didn't think that was a bad loan. I didn't think that was a
Anyone
bad loan.
else like understanding they loaned
Do you
El
remember?
Ghazi?
I was in favour of that loan. I said he's a
He's
good
played
player.
8 minutes, by the way.
He's not playing.
Ancho says Scouse not English.
Scouse not English. The thing is,
Right.
yeah, honestly, they've signed Dele Alli, Oscar, for 40 million quid. And you know what's so funny? After the Spurs game, do you know what happened at the end of the game? Obviously, the Everton players, the Everton fans, they left. And I looked at the Everton away end. I said, what are you doing in N17? There's nothing here. You're going to leave the stadium to go nowhere, to be in Northumberland Park or in frigging Bruce Grove or Broadwater Farm. Are you sure? This is one of the worst places in London you could ever
There's some
find.
dire options.
Listen, I make jokes about Liverpool, the area, on many occasions. Let me tell you something. You would rather live in Liverpool than live in Tottenham. I tell you that for free.
Hey,
I tell you that for
Bando,
free. Hey, can I park your car for you, mates? Can I park your car for you, mates? Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, I can't believe I was flabbergasted. And at the end, you know what happened? The crowd was singing Dele Alli's name, and he's there giving them a lap of honor. Is this the Hall of Fame? This guy was clapping the fans.
Well, he never got a chance to say goddbye.
He lost 5-0. He's just lost 5-0.
boy.
Oscar.
Lampard was scummy for bringing him on. Like, he should have never brought him on at 5-0.
Oh yeah, he was having a laugh as well. Yeah, he was having a laugh.
Do you know what's been alarming about Lampard, though?
What's
I would have expected some sort of new manager bounce. Like, because
They
for
did,
me,
though.
did they?
They did, and they got robbed against Manchester City.
Yeah. Also, so it's over now.
Yeah.
Oscar, what was the big game? They played Leeds at home. Do me a favour.
No, they beat Leeds 3-0. Then they played Man City, and they should have got a point out of that game.
Like
And
how
the
you
handball.
would- Nah, there's a game in between. There's a game
sure
in
there was.
between.
I'm sure there
Yeah,
was.
yeah, of course. Of
I'm
course.
sure there was.
It-
having
no,
a
but,
laugh.
but in fairness, that's why they apologized to them, because I do wonder, that must have been so demoralizing. I do wonder how different their fate would have been had they drawn 1-1 against Man City.
But bear in mind, all they need, because they're not, if they had got something out of that City game, bear in mind, they have 3 games in hand over the teams above them.
Yeah.
Oscar, they lost 2-0. They lost 2-0 away at Saints in between Leeds and Man City.
Oh, I can't defend these results.
Oscar, they lost 3. They lost. I don't know who was in charge then, but in fact, I think it was the Lamps. They lost 3-1 at Newcastle.
Yeah, that was disgraceful. I watched that.
What?
Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oscar, what sort of bounce is this? They're sinking.
No. But in that game, in fairness to Frank Lampard, in that game, he had 2 players injured in the first 30 minutes. He made his first 2 subs. He was shackled.
Playing Newcastle United.
He was shackled. Those players have not returned since. Injury crisis at the back.
What did Newcastle have? I bet Newcastle didn't even have Callum Wilson in this game, and they got
They didn't
3
have
goals.
Callum Wilson, but they had ASM and Kieran Trippier scoring free kicks and all that. Come on.
Oh, I remember that time. Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah, Ryan Fraser.
Donny. He's still
Everton's
not
goal came by Jamal Lascelles.
Pete, I think you made your point on Frank. I think we need to.
He should be fired. I just want to be
Needs to
very,
move
very
on.
clear.
But
He should
yeah.
be fired right now. They're going down. Can I say my bottom 3, by the way? Just let me. I know what my permanent bottom 3 is now.
Go on.
Norwich City, Leeds United, Everton. That is the bottom 3. Those are the 3 going down this season.
Watford make it out, in your opinion?
Roy and the boys, they're staying up, my friend.
I'll be honest, I sort of, as bad as things are, and I know they've got a horrible fixture list, I just don't see Everton going down.
Peter, I'm still learning to watch.
Which watch?
And at this rate,
The Van de Beek watch.
Don't worry. Buy a new one, because he's going down with the Lamps. He's going down. That's the truth.
Wait, that's his point.
Yeah. I'm saying sell the watch. You know when you make a bet and they give you an early payoff. It's like, look, okay, how about now? If I give it to you now, how much will you take for it? I'm saying, Robin, how much is it now? How much is it worth now? You've won. You've won this one. You can be on the watch. They're going down.
And do you know what? Do you know what's the saddest thing about it? I told you. I said I'm doing it out of hurt because I want him to prove me wrong. But boy, I don't know, man. Maybe the league is just not cut out for him.
So Hancho says so. Burnley ain't going anymore.
Burnley
Been
relegated since 2010.
Burnley should have been relegated about 7 years ago. How are they still here?
Oscar and Honcho. Oscar and Honcho. They haven't been relegated since 2010.
That can't be right.
Show me then.
No, I said they came up in 2009.
Yeah, they went down in 2010. Then they came up again. I think
No.
2013 or something like that.
Dash has been relegated because that's 2009. That's like Robbie Blake times.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That was Owen Coyle.
Owen Coyle. What? Dash has gone down, yeah?
Yeah, Dash
has gone down. And Burnley has left and come back.
Come on, bro. We haven't had 12 years in a row of Burnley.
No. I'm not saying they've been here that long. I'm saying they went down. But I thought they came up recently, like in the last.
No, they went down and came back up.
They went down in 14, 15. Pierre's just giving up fake stats, man. Let's move on.
17, yeah.
Let's move on.
They're 16th in 2017. They were 16th. I've got it here.
They came back in 2017.
Oh, they went down in 15.
Yeah, 14, 15. Yeah, and just on SW's point.
Okay.
Like I really wanted to give him something. And let's say if we get 10 pounds next season and it comes, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What are you referring to?
Van der Beek. I was like, I don't know about you. There's a big question mark.
It's over for him this season.
Lola
can I
says,
be real with you?
Van der Beek hasn't swamped or bullied. He just had a mad poor choice, in my opinion. Sliding doors. He had Newcastle and Palace as options, and he picked Everton.
I just look at him like what is Donny van der Beek?
So
like, what actually is he?
And that's my issue.
No, I think he was. Do you know what? Like I said to you, the first half against Spurs, Everton were the better team. They were pressing Tottenham out of the park. Every time he picked up the ball, it looked like he knew what he was doing. And that, you know those players that have the ball.
Sure.
He's a good football player for sure. Where his best position is, I have to go back to those Ajax days and have a look and see where he was playing his best football. But he's not as bad as the sum of its parts around him. But the thing is, but it's in the same way, like, you know, people like Alan came from Napoli. You're thinking, man, I was looking at him thinking, I bet you want to be back at the Sao Paulo, especially because they're about to win. They could win the league this year.
Carlo Light.
You know what I'm saying? Carlo's gone.
You a good time.
Do you know what? Carlo's gone. You know, there's players in that side. You think, come on, Donny van der Beek is a good player. It's just that you need to work out what's best for him. I don't know. I don't know where.
But is he a good player in the same way like Wes Hoolihan was a good player?
No. I think he's up there on the levels. Let me say of like Christian Eriksen. I think he's up that when Eriksen was at his best. I think he's up at that level.
He's not Eriksen though. So
but Eriksen was a defined creator.
Yeah, he's not that.
Well, Eriksen at Ajax wasn't necessarily a 10. He was playing like where Donny van der Beek played at Ajax. So
okay, but what is Donny van der Beek doing? That's the thing.
A creative midfielder. He's a creative
he's not a creator.
Yeah. He is.
He can he's creative in the same way that Mount is creative, or he's not a creator.
No, he's not a number. No, let's be clear. He's not a number 10, but he's like a number 8 for sure.
Okay, yeah. I think he's like a more expansive number. He's like an 8-10 hybrid.
He's deeper. Yeah, he's a deeper player.
I'm with SW6. SW6 is saying like, what are we doing here, Eriksen? What are we doing?
No, for sure. What is Eriksen? As in Eriksen bad or good, or is Eriksen too good?
As in the comparison is not fair.
Like I said, Oscar Eriksen at Ajax was
clear.
not a 10. Wasn't a 10. That's what I'm trying to say. He was playing deeper, but he was such a creative player.
I was watching.
But the thing is,
you know, like Cazorla's last 2 years at Arsenal, when
Adrian is asking you what is Van der Beek, Eriksen is not the answer to that question.
Yeah, facts.
He's a creative midfielder that plays deep. That's my answer.
But you can't play him as a 6 because he ain't physical enough. So
no, but nobody plays. What's a 6 anyway? Is that not a defensive midfielder?
Yeah, a DM. Yeah.
He's a DM.
He's not a DM. He's not a DM. He's a central midfield playmaker. I don't get what's hard to understand here. What am I saying? You know, is you know, I
I
liken
think the
him
question
to
is he good enough to do that job in the Premier League?
1,000%. Have you looked at the central midfielders in the Premier League? Go look at, just type CM in midfield for
Okay.
Premier League players.
When I
There's
ask
tons
that
of them.
question, will he win you the league in that position?
Well, I mean, what's the question now?
Yeah,
Will he win us the
yeah.
league?
Yeah, for
Come on
real.
now. Come on now.
That's big.
Robin,
from being a good
Robin,
player to winning
Robin,
the league.
Robin,
in my
central.
standards,
Hang on, Robin. 1 second.
Yeah.
4 central midfield players can win you the league. Only 4. So
Fair
can
enough.
he be in the 4? No, of course not. But he can be a top 6, top 4 playing side. No doubt. No doubt.
Which Man United are,
good.
to be fair.
Which Man United are exactly. When he was bought, nobody thought he'd be out of place. Nobody did.
Yes, Peter, you're spitting, you know? You're spitting. Now we're back. Now we're back.
Give them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think, look, he, like you say, he's joined Everton, you know? And when you make stupid decisions, they have consequences. He's going down with the lamps.
But to be fair, as much as we say he's a creative player, like I have to question some of his judgment. This United side and then this Everton side,
Yeah. I think with United, it felt like, man, he's been dealt with unfairly. But then at Everton, you're like, he's made an actual howler.
Okay, so Lola says he'd be good in an 8 in a functioning midfield. He hasn't been in a functioning midfield since being brought to England. SW6
Correct.
says, how can we be comparing him to Eriksen? Listen, that whole Ajax team is overrated. Ziyech, De Ligt, De Jong, all of them, just not as good as before.
Davinson Sanchez is the worst of the bunch.
No.
I'll be real. I think all of those players are overrated.
Oh my God! No, I think no. Let's pump the brakes. In the system, they were a superb side, and I think all those players that are in that list there are finding their feet at their clubs. They're finding their feet at their clubs.
I agree. Apart from Ziyech,
Ziyech, there's less grace on him for some reason. I don't know why, because we're watching him in the Premier League. But
he's also substantially older.
Ligt has been at Juventus for a while now.
De Ligt was out for like 6 months. He had like an ACL for like 6 months. Frankie De Jong, okay, Barcelona. Hello, look at the circus.
I agree with Peter on the last two. I think the last two are finding themselves.
Yeah, I think they're just finding their feet. By the way, how old is Frankie and how old is Matthias?
97 and 99, I think.
Bro, De Ligt was the captain of Ajax at age 19.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've got long careers. We'll be talking about these players for years.
De
Ligt and De Jong. We're going to be talking about them for years.
C1 says Van de Beek is a high intelligence ball retention goal scorer. He's kind of a hybrid between a number 8 and a number 10. I think he's best as a number 8.
Do you know what's funny? Like looking at the way Rangnick wants to play, like Van de Beek looks like the perfect sort of.
It's bizarre, isn't it? It's bizarre.
He said, "Listen, Van de Beek works in Barca, not the Prem." Yeah, Pete, should we move on? I feel like we've exhausted this topic and Everton in general. What's the next game on the list?
Wait, let me have a look. So, Leeds 2, Norwich City 1.
Leeds were in trouble. Leeds were in trouble for the last second, but they pulled it through. I was annoyed.
Those are 2 teams right there who are going down. They're going down.
Oh,
I heard I heard Norwich equalised in the 91st minute. How is it just 1 Leeds?
Yeah, it was a fantastic exchange. Yeah, great game.
A team at the beach, and by the way, sacking Bielsa, farcical decision. They're gone. Leeds are gone.
Peter wasn't though. Come on.
It was not.
Wait, hold on. Peter.
You can see the 60 goals by March.
Pause. You've just sat here and told us that Leeds are going down.
Yes.
Yeah. when they've just won a game.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But Bielsa's the reason they're in this position in the first place.
How many games has Jesse March managed?
What, 3?
Is it 3
games?
That was his third game.
Yeah, he's lost 2. By the way, they got rid of a manager and they recruited just an English-speaking version of that manager.
I kind of agree there.
Excuse me. I'm going to go into these stats. I don't know anything about this game thus far. I am watching. Look what I have read right now. Shots taken. Leeds United 13, Norwich City 12. At home. Oscar, they went and got the English version of the guy they fired.
No.
Oscar, stop it.
He's-
Stop it. Let me
Leave-
tell you about this guy's career. Let me tell you about Jesse Marsh's
falling
career. Let me
apart
tell you about
again.
Jesse Marsh's career because I'm not sure if many people know about him. By the way, he's been at Leipzig. He joined Leipzig this season
6
and
months.
he was fired this
He
season.
killed Leipzig. He killed Leipzig.
Oscar, let me say it again. He joined Leipzig this season and he was fired by Leipzig this season.
Boss.
This guy's reputation is from the MLS. Oh, you've got me started, Oscar. Because when I looked at this Jesse March character, I said these lot are taking the piss. And you know what's funny? Do you know what's so funny? In the summer,
And the
guess
streets
what?
are saying he's gonna be singing defense.
This guy's having a freaking laugh. He's having a freaking laugh.
Okay.
Oscar. Let me make two things very clear. In the summer, when Bielsa hadn't signed his new deal, they were talking to him already. They were talking to this Jesse March guy already. In this now, do you know what the difference between Bielsa and him is? He doesn't man mark. That's the only difference.
I agree.
But guess what, guys? They are conceding goals at will. Aston Villa at home. Did you watch that performance?
It was a lovely.
Did you see what was happening there? Did you see what took place there? They nearly drew the game at home. Oscar, if they drew the game at home to Norwich, you would agree with me. They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but Peter, your overarching point is, but Bielsa should have been sacked though. That's
no.
listen. I don't agree with the appointment, but Bielsa should have gone.
I don't think Bielsa was going down necessarily, and even if he was, I'm thinking, you know what? You'd go a year with him in the Championship, no big deal.
But Peter, it's not guaranteed you come back up, man.
If you fire him because you think his way is not working, why have you got the English version there?
Yeah, I agree.
Explain that to me.
I agree.
You deserve everything you get. You're gone. You're down. You are gone with the Norwich. Okay.
Lola says
Mark isn't in the trenches, man.
Falling apart.
And Oscar and Adrian, big part here. Listen, Adrian, the biggest part that people need to take into account with Bielsa and why it's not worked out this season. Bear in mind, he finished 9th last year. Is that he's not got the players.
Here's the injuries. Here's the injuries.
They haven't had the players this year. So this idea of you think you should have sacked him. I mean, that football club, I'm telling you, I'm smelling Everton off them. I'm smelling it. Because since they've joined the Premier League, guess what they've done? One stupid decision after the other, after the other, after the other.
What's the first one? What's the first one?
Rodrigo, when they signed him.
That was a farce.
They spent 20 million quid from Valencia, who, by the way, are broke. They will sell you in for a fiver. They got 20 million quid for him.
And like 29 as well, wasn't it?
He's 20.
He's like 31 this year.
Next, we'll move on. I'll tell you another reason why Leeds are going down. Because Watford beat Southampton 2-1 at St. Mary's. This St. Mary's. Oh, so they're a disgrace. Why are they the disgrace?
Because you can't be 2-0 down to Watford at home at halftime.
Yeah. At some point, man.
Is that what it was?
That's it. I didn't watch the game when I decided they were a disgrace. I saw the score flashed across the screen while I was watching Chelsea. I said, "How are you 2-0 down at home? How?"
Yeah.
How?
They're at the beach, Oscar. They've got nothing to play for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to bring in Baraka because he's a fan of Marsh. He says, "Well, for Leipzig, Marsh had many key players leave when he came in." He also says, Marsh is too hot and cold to manage a Premier League club. So I guess he's not a fan of Marsh. He just knows about him.
Two points about him. I think first, I definitely agree. Like he lost his centre-back partnership for starters in Upamecano and Konate. One thing about Marsh, I do think maybe in a project, it might work. He might get them playing good stuff. He might accelerate them up the league. But this is do or time. You don't bring a man like that in a time like this. You don't.
What I was gonna say, I think when Leipzig left, like when he left Leipzig were like 12. They're not
chaos.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he's gonna stay in the league, he wants to finish as low as possible, so he gets the best draft pick.
Is that how it works?
Listen, in fairness to him, right? He had a good reputation in the MLS. I think he's been champion there twice. He also took over RB Salzburg, which had the likes of Haaland in there, and Minamino was in that side. So he did bring some players through that we know from RB Salzburg that have gone on to have some good careers. Okay, I'll give him
Haaland was going with or without him, to be fair.
Exactly. Well, c'est la vie, right? So it's them ones for me where it's just like, okay, here's what it is.
Yeah. Hancho says Rodrigo was balling at Valencia. Yes, he was.
How long ago? How long ago though?
No, in his final season, I just didn't like the signing. I just didn't think it made sense.
It was
No,
one of
no,
those
no,
players-
no, not that he's a bad player. But I
It
just
was one of those players I liked. To be fair, He was one of those
Lola
players I
says,
liked.
Lola says Southampton are Southampton. They are the version of Son, Purple Patch FC.
Damn.
The team version of Son, sorry.
Yeah, because what they drew with City, like that's another good result as well. They had like 3 good results in a row actually, and now they're giving us this.
West Ham beat Aston Villa 2-1. Big result for West Ham there. They needed a win. So they've won 2-1. Anybody got anything on that?
No,
Okay.
But an injury has killed them.
they've got a big game Thursday.
I heard
Big
Yarmolenko scored.
He did score. He got a big ovation from
I
that.
bet.
Yeah, man, he cried and all that. It was a bit sad.
I'll be
Did he?
real. Like, I was gonna say, Peter, off the back of your point, you're gonna mention about Thursday. They need to go hammer and tongue and try and win the Europa League. That's
They
the
have
only
to.
way. That's
They
the only
have
way they
to.
get top 4.
They have to.
They have to.
But they're
And
going against the people that dominate that competition.
Yeah, to go
Yeah.
against Sevilla is tough, man. But they only lost 1-0 out there. Tie's not over. I think it'll be a raucous crowd on Thursday night.
Of course.
Of course. David's gonna have his work cut out there. I don't know if you lot saw the beef out there though. The beef with the fans. First of all,
The
Betis
away
played,
end. Did you
Betis-
see the away end picture?
mate. Before we get to the game, the day
Hey,
before,
Robin, that was crazy.
Betis played.
What? How
Frankfurt.
steep it was?
Fam,
Oh,
if West Ham scored, they
Oh,
would be
Pete.
dead.
Yeah, if West Ham scored, Peter,
They would be dead.
no, I know what the away end looks like. What they've got like no steel or nothing. It's just the couch on
And
a
it's
chair on the
steep.
actual rock on the.
I thought that.
a chair on a rock, bro. Everyone
Yeah.
would have fell forward and died. It's crazy.
That's the away end, bro. That's the away end. For
Looking like the Grand Canyon. What's going on, man?
You know, you have to do
Yeah.
the limbs backwards. You have to just get. You can't go
behind,
forward.
But you know them West Ham nutters, they were going to fly forward. Bro, imagine this, yeah. Imagine this in your city, right? You've got Sevilla fans, West Ham United fans, Frankfurt fans, and Betis fans all having a fight in one bar. In
What?
one bar.
What?
Imagine West Ham fans are at this bar, like in Seville. Frankfurt have just beaten, I think, Betis, right? In the night before. They had to move their game from the Thursday to the Wednesday. They've then come round to this bar and seen West Ham in there. So Frankfurt have charged in. They've gone in there. Meanwhile, Sevilla's fans, they've come out to celebrate because Betis lost. So Sevilla have jumped in the mix. Then Betis find out and they've gone in there. There are 4 teams, 4 sets of fans having a fight in one bar in Seville.
That's
Guys,
lit, you know.
it was
That's
scenes.
amazing. That is amazing.
Scenes. I mean, the cuts, the blood.
The fatal boy.
God, that was
But
shed.
how do you
honestly.
differentiate who's who?
Oh, mate, I don't know, bro.
Probably
I don't know.
colours.
We're just picking and hitting.
There's
man.
one thing I know: everyone will be wearing their kit colours, especially West Ham fans. They'll be there.
Frank,
But what I said, in the heat of the battle, you know what I mean?
well, listen, you could see a West Ham fan from a mile off. The Frankfurt fans all came in black, literally black hoodies and everything else. They just rock up in black.
Yeah,
Then
that's
Se-
Frankfurt in general.
And then Sevilla and Betis, they could see each other from a in a brothel. They know exactly what they look like. So you know they you could tell it from far. Yeah, West Ham beating Aston Villa. Big game on Thursday, as you said. For West Ham United. Of course, where else were we? Brentford beat Burnley 2-0. I was very surprised at that, actually. I thought Burnley were going to win that one. And then,
1-0.
nope, I got here 2-0.
What? Who scored?
Ivan Toney scored twice.
Yeah, 2 pens, I swear. Or was that last week?
You
What,
got,
what
you
result
got,
are you? What result are you reading out?
No, this week Ericsson assist.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
1-0.
no, I did remember. Yeah, they did score.
We
Yeah,
got 1-0 this week.
because that was saucy. That was a saucy assist. Yeah, I didn't remember that.
when you say this week, I'm looking at the Saturday, the 12th of March.
No,
They
you're
beat
Yeah,
right.
they
Burnley.
did. They
Right,
did.
it was 3-0.
They
I
beat
didn't know.
Burnley 2-0. I don't know what's going on.
No, I didn't know there was a penalty. I didn't see that.
Yeah, 94th minute, it says here. And Liverpool, we didn't actually talk about Liverpool, but Liverpool beat Brighton and Hove Albion 2-0. Brighton wearing their away kit at home for the Ukrainian colours. Oscar?
Pass.
Wow.
I already spoke about that. I'm not speaking about
Damn.
it.
Oscar, who got the goal of the week?
Who got the goal of the week?
It's a tough one.
Oh,
It's a tight
it's
one.
Auntie Sue.
That might be the last time. Might be the last time I could say this. Oh, Roman, do you know what that's worth? Kai Havertz is the best on earth.
Wow. Kai Havertz or Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh, it's a
Pia.
tough one.
I think Auntie Sue It needs a visit.
Sue.
Auntie Sue needs a visit.
Auntie
Cristiano
Sue.
Ronaldo, Suey.
No, guys, that goal was bad.
His first one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, that was a good goal.
The
actually.
flick from
That's the
Fred.
only one. That's
The
the only
flick
one I
from
saw.
Fred.
Yeah,
On
yeah. Do
that.
you know what?
Top bins for 30 yards out.
That was a really nice goal.
I'm just seeing on the Monday Night
Jake.
Football, Norwich's away kit is lit.
Jacob Ramsey scored a really good goal.
He's a good little player, actually.
Yeah, tidy player, man. Tidy player.
Absolute
Yeah,
limbs at
I don't
Ellen
think there's anything outside of those. Should we vote?
Yeah, we can vote. I'm gonna go Kai Havertz just.
For the level of technique, like we see Galazzo's like quite
The thing is-
regularly, but
No, but you know what, AD though, we don't get enough long shots for our time,
Yeah.
man. We don't get
You
enough
know
long
what?
shots in the Premier League.
Nah, we definitely do.
No, we do not. We do not get long range shots anymore. Not like
Okay.
that.
Not like that.
yeah,
No,
not
we
like
don't
What are
that.
you talking
long
about?
range.
People shooting from outside the box.
Oscar,
Yeah, but
I've not
not
seen a
pinpoint.
long range goal. I've not seen a long range goal in a minute.
Hey, when Lampard was giving you them every week, you didn't rate it.
Yeah, because it hit like 6 man and it was on the
No,
floor.
no, they
on the way
didn't.
in.
They went
It hit
straight
like 6
in.
guys.
Top
Hit like 6
bins.
people.
Top bins.
But you
When
know,
you go watch a
Ronaldo.
compilation of Lampard 04 to Lampard 08. It's a compilation of it.
Yeah.
Just, in fact, 2010.
Hey, man, I'm the leading scorer, but check out my assists. You know what I mean?
but no, Cristiano
Charge.
Ronaldo. That is my
Can't
vote.
choose. It's so tough.
SW6 says Kai Havertz. Lola says Kai Havertz. Baraka says Kai Havertz.
No one for Ronaldo. Is there no comments for Ronaldo?
He said Agenda's got a gen. All right, fair enough.
Lola says we get long shot every season. Swiss guy does it once a season minimum. And Partey,
Come on, what's the season? Yeah, but they don't score, Oscar. I'm talking about
But hit the
goals.
bar, to be fair.
I'm talking about goals, Oscar. Like when
Hit the
Ronaldo
bar
scored that
too.
goal, do you know how refreshing it was to see? I was like, I ain't seen one of those in ages. I got to rely on a Ward-Prowse free kick for crying out loud. That's what it's been reduced to.
All right, Pete, is that goal of the week or?
I'm going, yeah, Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz gets the goal of the week because I can think only Robin voted for Ronaldo. And I was so close, Robin. I'm sorry.
By the way, no, because he's only going to win that or player of the week. Player of the week, he has to.
Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo.
He has to.
Is he the player of the week? Cristiano
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure. I mean, I only saw the Arsenal game, so I can't even say anything else.
Wait.
Martin Odegaard. Thomas Partey.
Player of the week is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, player of the week. Team of the week.
He did well this
Team
week.
of the week. Big up my boys for getting 2 victories in the sanctions. I don't think they're team of the week, but shout out to them. West Ham beat Aston Villa, good, decent win. Leeds winning a game, I guess, is decent. Nothing was outstanding. Brentford
You know
winning
what, though?
2-0.
Can I be honest with you? Unless you lot watched all the other games, right?
Arsenal.
Connor Cody scoring at Everton. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it.
And he got like 2 Premier League goals in his whole life.
A Liverpudlian scoring at Everton. Fantastic
Yeah, man,
scene.
that's brilliant.
My vote kind of, I'm going to give it to Brentford because I think it kind of cemented their stay in the league this season. I thought it was like it was a 6-pointer in the terms of that they needed that win.
I think there's too many twists. Oh yeah, they probably are staying.
As for performances,
You're right,
though, for the weekend, did anyone play better than Arsenal this weekend, performance-wise?
I don't think
Out of
anyone played
curiosity.
better than Arsenal.
Just out of curiosity, because I'm thinking Arsenal, in my opinion.
Arsenal are really, really good.
I
Good
know.
value.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Hancho said that Jorginho pass.
Oh, yeah.
Agudo.
Either way,
Let's do it
Yeah.
again.
goal of the week is definitely Havertz because that ball
That pass.
alone, yes,
Yeah, man. I want to see him do it next week as well.
Yeah.
I'm going Arsenal team of the week. If man's going to throw Brentford in there, I'm going to throw Arsenal in there.
Absolutely.
I'm not adverse to Arsenal.
I'm not
Apparently,
adverse to it.
apparently United weren't that good performance-wise. So I'm guessing that's why no one's really spoken about it.
It was a back and forth game. I think Ronaldo was so clutch that he was the difference maker.
Yeah.
But Spurs at any moment could have got back in this game. Kulusevski had a good game. Son looked. Kane looked dangerous. Son definitely didn't look dangerous. He was trash. But Kane looked dangerous. Kulusevski was good. it was a good battle between Ralph and Conte, and I think Ronaldo won it for United.
Okay.
Before we go on to not that guy, because I'm happy to give it to Arsenal.
Oh, have we given it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Arsenal can get team of the week.
Woo! Come on.
But yeah, before we go to know that guy, I've been thinking, peeps, that we have a lot of honourable mentions on there, and I want to make sure that when we give not that guy, that they absolutely deserve it because they've had a howler of a week. But in terms of, I saw a lot of bad performances from certain players this week that deserve a Hall of Shame performance. So I want to introduce something called Hall of Shame, a weekly thing where we look at specifically the football side of things and said, no, you've had a bad game and you need to fix up. Because there were a couple of players.
Okay, can I just say, I love that idea. I love that idea because it focuses purely on football. But I feel like Hall of Shame sounds worse than not that guy. I feel like it needs the name needs to be a bit less because not that guy is for the decrepit activities the Roman Abramovich of the world are not that guy. Do you know what I mean?
Man, that's depraved of humanity.
I agree. We need a category for just horrible performances on a pitch.
Because there was a couple people I want to put in for this week for the inaugural.
Should it just be like I was gonna say stinker of the week, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can say stinker. You can say
or shambles.
Pauper, lemon,
shambolic performances.
Ham roll of the week. We'll think of something.
We'll think of something. We'll come back to you next week and give it. But I'm gonna put the Hall of Shame placeholder. It's a placeholder name. I'm gonna put a placeholder name.
It's in pencil. It's in pencil.
Yeah, it's in pencil. It's not in pen yet. However, there's some people I wanna say. Human Son had a 2 out of 10.
Stinker.
Absolute stinker.
Robin,
so you were the first person I thought I was like, you need to go in this week. He's not that guy. He wasn't had a howler, but he had an awful performance.
No, you're spot on. When I watched the game, I literally thought exactly of this category. I was like, we need a way to highlight how horrible. Yes, Hancho has given us a perfect one. Early showers.
Yeah, perfect.
Early shower of shenanigans.
Early showers can run.
Guys, I tell you now, I will have a candidate for this every week.
Weekly. That's the point of it. It's supposed to highlight the weekly. Like in that game, you had a howler.
Yeah,
so even Son he's the first one I thought of. Paul Pogba also needs to go there because he's absolute stinker. Kasper Schmeichel, that's why I didn't say anything about that because he also had a stinker and he needed to go in there. Yeah, no, just
Robin, can I chime in since you brought that game?
Early showers. They need to go in.
Robin, I'm disappointed in you. You selected the game, fair enough. Guys, Namplas Mendy and Daniel Amate. Let me tell you something about those two players. They need to go in the bin. In the bin. By the way, Ndidi and Tielemans were on the bench and didn't come on.
No, Ndidi came on.
Oh, Ndidi did come on. Yeah. But let me tell you something, guys. Namplas Mendy and Daniel Amate, they are two showers of absolute garbage.
Do you know something about Namplas Mendy? You know he wasn't even registered for the first half of the season. He didn't even make next 25. This is the man they brought to replace Kante. Shambles. All he is 5'6". That's where the similarity stops and ends, and he's black.
Pathetic. Oscar, I watched this guy. I said, who is number 24? I said, who is this? Who is that? He was awful. Awful. Oh, Robin, fantastic idea, because I will be here looking at centre halves between now and the end of the season. Every centre half that plays at the Emirates, let me tell you guys, I am here. I am here because I'll throw Michael Keane in that from last Monday and Holgate, Mason Colgate. I'll throw the pair of them in there guys, Everton centre half. Have you seen
Speaking
them?
of
Have you
Mason
seen them?
Colgate, yeah.
You're Mina's back head and shoulders the best.
Did you guys hear Mason Holgate's post-match interview after the loss this week?
He thinks he's
did
a
he say?
baller, man. He's a twin.
He tried to say everything that the fans want to hear. He was just like, it's our fault. We're not good enough. There's nothing we can say right now. Just got to change our performances. It's on us. It's our fault. He literally repeated himself. Like he just said the same thing over and over again. Sad times. Lola said, add Thomas, poor all game, and for Partey's goal. Oh, Thomas. I thought she was saying Thomas Partey. And for Partey's goal, manages to run past both Partey and the ball for the goal. Stinker.
By the way, I hate names with two first names. I hate people with two first names. I don't trust you. First of all, they had a James Justin.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you feel about James Justin?
James Justin and Luke Thomas.
Alexander Arnold has 3.
That was their first. That was both their fullbacks. I'm looking at like how many players you got. There's 4 of you. Honestly, I can't deal. I can't deal.
Peter likes last names to be last names. Yeah.
It has to be last. I don't trust you. Listen to me. I don't trust you. If you're called James, like man that are called JJ, and then you find out he's James John. No.
What?
No.
Oh.
No.
Boss Like Endo has said, Peter, Virgil and Matip defensive masterclass on Wednesday.
I mean,
Yeah.
is there's what against Alex Lacazette, so make of that what you will.
Oh, Lacazette ain't winning. He ain't winning no headers. I'll tell you that for free.
It's a John Smith.
And he ain't getting in behind either, so he's gonna have to do that cute little link up play there.
They need to. By the way,
Liverpool are gonna slap you lot. Now that City have dropped points.
They'll be hungry. They'll be hungry.
I mean, we're always hungry. We're always hungry.
Yeah, but like at least
if you're hungry, Adrian, if you're hungry, win that league. Yeah, win that league if you're hungry.
Oh, you know what my stance has been.
No. Your stance changed.
Whoa, steady. Yeah, when we're like 14 points adrift.
Yeah, and when you were 14 points adrift, what did I tell you?
No,
keep the faith. The league is on.
You man, no cap yet. Arsenal Liverpool on Wednesday night is not on TV.
Yeah, man.
The same as Champions League takes precedence.
Hold that. Stream. Yeah, hold that, baby.
I heard that, to be fair.
Arsenal Liverpool.
Somebody asked me. What's my man's name? Boss Lando asked me a question earlier. He said, "Oscar, you watching the game on when Chelsea versus Lille or Liverpool versus Arsenal?" I'm going to Lille.
Oscar, how are you getting there? Are you gonna be with the Chelsea players?
Do you think that's funny? I do. You as well, Adrian. Adrian, you as well. You're laughing. You're chuckling. Is that funny? Yeah.
No, it's not.
Robin, is that funny at all? Yeah. All right, cool.
It's kind of funny still.
All right, that's right.
You might going to be taking economy class. What are you talking about?
He's taking a train.
Kante's going to swim.
He's taking a train. Raw. That's a yellow card.
Wait. Every single member of the squad he had to choose from.
Yellow card.
Why did you pick Kante?
No. Why? Because he's the fittest. He's indefatigable, and he covers every blade of grass. That's why.
Indefatigable.
Adrian, yellow card. Can
I be honest with you?
Where are the comments cancelling this man? Get him out of here. Early shower for Adrian.
I don't know why. Because genuinely, it was like a fitness thing. But then, as it came out of my mouth, I realized how it could look. I mean, I'll take the yellow.
Get this guy out of here, man. Hey, get this guy out of here.
No, but I didn't mean it like that, to be fair. Now, genuinely, I just want he's fit.
Lola says Liverpool versus Arsenal is on.
Apparently, okay. So I'm on the app, yeah. On the Premier League app, it gives you the games, innit? And it tells you what. Oh God, I can't see if you can see that. But yeah, it gives you like the Sky Sports underneath the Wolves Leeds game, innit? So it usually it tells you what games are on telly. Like we're on BT Sport against Villa. For some reason, that's just blank. So is that
no. I think it is because I've definitely seen adverts for it. Okay. What's like I said, AD, you're my guy, but it's cancelled. AD.
I heard that.
Hancho said it's genuinely disgusting, and I don't stand for this at all.
What's that?
Adrian's comment.
Oh, raw.
No, I agree. It was genuinely what I meant was she's fit.
Yeah, we know what you meant.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Baraka says Adrian with the orange card. Howler. Yeah, early shower for you, man.
I
Get out of
agree.
it.
I
Could
agree.
be
I agree.
worse. She could be scouse.
But yeah.
Rats in your little house.
Who is not that guy this week?
Oh man.
Can I give an honourable mention very early out the gate? I found out yesterday that former Arsenal and Chelsea striker Olivier Giroud turned down a contract at Man City in the summer. What? What is the matter with this bloke? What's the matter with him?
That'd have been a good signing, you know.
That would have been a great signing.
Bizarre. He turned down a contract from Pep Guardiola. Unbelievable.
Giroud would have been
Yeah.
eating for Man City.
Giroud would have.
That's a howler. I'm sorry. That is a howler.
You know, I reckon Giroud could have got 15 league goals.
What for
Actually,
City?
Stop swelling your phone around. Put your phone back in your pocket.
If you were starting,
He said Giroud could have gone 15. No, he couldn't, bro.
No, I started number 9 at Man City.
He's
of
only
course.
ever got 16 in his career.
Who in Man City's team gets 15?
Yeah, because none of them are strikers, which is the point I've been making all year.
Aguero would get 20 after being out for 4 months. He's still back 20. Hitchhiking his way to
Hey, wait a minute.
thing.
So why swimming bad, but hitchhiking's okay?
No, I still haven't been cancelled.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Has Robin been cancelled?
No.
We're going to get Robin.
Has he had a stinker?
We're going to get him.
Every time I say something wild, like the watch situation, I always come back to win in the end.
But the watch is not cancelable.
Yeah, it's
The watch
not
is football related. You can't really
Yes.
cancel someone for the
No, but when I say a madness, like
He never apologized for Newcastle. That's a farce.
To be fair, that is cancelable. If I'm being
That was a
honest.
farce. See the
What?
You asked for the big screen on him. to refuse.
Bro, Newcastle could finish in the top 10. This is farcical, man.
I said again, I'm not going to apologize for the 6 months of absolute garbage that we even acknowledged earlier in this pod.
But
Tell them
when we get to the
But
end of the season, yeah, we have to do like howler of the year in terms of what we said on this show, because all of us have had some stinkers, yeah. And Robin, that is right. That's a contender for number 1.
That is up there.
No, 'cause Robin, do you know what I'll never forgive you?
Why?
I distinctly remember telling you they've got so much of the season left. You said too much has happened, it's done. This was game week 18. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, it's unbelievable thing.
Oh yeah, Lola is spot on. Oh,
Can I say this? Listen,
That's
guys,
what it was.
That's the least of his worries. You know what else he done?
It was on my list.
Sorry,
what
guys.
is
Sorry, I
with
didn't
these-
know.
what is it with these Dutch players? Seriously.
He stabbed his brother. Hey, why's Peter laughing? I've been dead serious. He stabbed his brother.
How's he stabbed his brother? How's he not in prison? He's a menace to society. He
They
shouldn't
used to
be on
lock
the
him up.
roads.
I
He
can't
shouldn't be
lie.
on the roads.
I wanted Chelsea to sign Quincy Promise for the vibes, man.
Guys,
That guy was wavy.
no
man.
cap, yeah. If I stab my brother, I should not be on the streets. Come on,
Hey,
you're own flesh and blood. This
Sancho
is
said
farcical.
Ziyech left Ajax. Now Promise is shot in 3 times around the ends.
Let's call a spade a spade. If you can stab your brother, you can stab anybody.
You haven't got a heart. It doesn't exist.
Nah.
You don't have one. Man stabbed his bro.
Said he
Like,
M's
what-
family, man.
Oscar's thinking I've been close a couple times. Can't lie.
Wait, what did he say? Did he get convicted for manslaughter? What?
Bro.
It would have been
They
attempted
can't-
murder, no? Would have been attempted murder.
No, but as
Suspicion of attempted drug trafficking and murder.
Does he
Wait a
think he's
minute.
Al Capone? This guy
Attempted.
Is, come on.
So he couldn't even get the. Well done. Why's a professional footballer selling drugs? What the hell?
They're
This is a
millionaires, Adrian.
farce.
They're millionaires.
He's a good rapper too.
Is he?
There's
Never heard
Proms,
that.
there's Depay, there's Babel, there's Royston Drenford.
It's a Dutch thing.
They've all got something in common. Those people that you just mentioned. They're all nutcases.
Oh,
The
I
lot
thought
of
you were
them.
going to say something else.
Nah, I can't go there.
Yeah,
I can't
Well, is that where you wanted to go?
I was waiting
I
for
can't
this.
go there. No, I can't go there. But what's the matter with these blokes? Seriously, Royston Drente's got a mixtape and all, hasn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
anyway.
Apparently, he still plays football. You know,
Oh, that's a lie. Apparently, he's 28. Liar.
he's in like Spanish Division 2.
But yeah,
And there's like 40 teams in that league or something farcical. Anyway,
no, I can't lie. Quincy Promes, you're not that guy.
No, guys, that's Hall of Fame worthy. That's Hall of
That
Fame
is
worthy.
Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah, man, it's up there.
Not
It's
that
Hall of
guy.
Fame worthy.
Not one bit.
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I can't believe what I'm hearing and what I've read. I can't believe this. But
also,
obviously,
I also honorable mention, but I also want to throw this club in because for the fourth time in European football history, you've been touted to win how many Champions Leagues now, and you keep shooting yourself in the foot. The megastars,
It's
the
a record.
galactic clubs,
It's a record.
the GOAT. You've got
Robin.
the GOAT at your club.
Robin,
And
how many
times?
How many clubs do you know that have a clean sheet in the first leg? They've won the first leg and they've got a clean sheet and lose again.
That's why I
get
can't blame the
knocked out.
manager at that point. It's heritage, man.
Flipping hell, man.
It's
That
shambles
is
of a club.
just, you just think to yourself, like, honestly, when I saw that them goals, what's it called? When I see the thing that the goals went in, like the minute and whatever else, I was like, this is fake. This didn't happen. What's going on here? This didn't actually happen, did it? Apparently it did. I said, no, you're joking. I said, you're
But
lying.
yeah, structurally, from top to bottom, especially your director, who is a bit suspect as well. Paris Saint-Germain, as a team, you are not that team. You're not that guy. You need to sort it out. I can't be spending nearly $1 billion and you're not delivering Champions Leagues. What is this? What is this?
No, it's friggin' farce. It's an absolute farce. We can't be dealt. It can't be dealt with. And of course, I think Roman Abramovich gets flung in there as well. Because I guess if he's fueling situations.
Nah, getting sanctioned is a howler.
it's a howler, isn't it? It's actually a howler. That's actually a howler.
And you know the worst thing about it? The government gave you time to sell the club still. They gave you time.
They didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they?
They did.
They
gave him time.
Though. Yo, no.
I just explained this like 2 hours ago.
No.
They definitely didn't.
SW6. The petrol prices. Holy smokes, guys! I will drive past my petrol station a daily basis, right? In the 110s, in the 120, I'm panicking. I'm like, yo, I need a SOS, right? I saw 161 this morning. I said, Jesus, am I on the M6? I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but it was motorway prices now.
Mm-hmm.
Motorway prices. You know, when I was pumping petrol, right? It hit £50. I said, I can't go anymore. I don't give a damn what tank it is. I'm not going further. The day I paid more than 50 quid for a petrol, Adrian, I've lost the plot. I have to sell my car. I've got to sell. Listen, let me tell you, I've got to sell my car. Do you know how much of a farce it is to live in this country? Let me be very clear. I have to pay for a car. I understand that. I pay to put petrol in the car. I hear that. I have to pay for tax to drive the car. I then have to pay for insurance, Adrian.
MOT?
The MOT is the biggest farce of all time.
I'm not. To tell you that your car's okay.
A mot is a scam, my friend. Let me tell you, a mot is a scam. Okay, and then it's illegal if you haven't passed one, right, bro? I'm 160. I have to sell the car.
I saw 167 for unleaded and 179 for diesel.
No. Adrian, I kid you not, I spend about I want to say a good close to £300 a month on the car. Have you seen my car? My car's 2004. I'm not in a Beamer. I'm not in a Beamer, guys. I drive a 2004 Mitsubishi. Okay, I'm an efficient FC. That's what I'm here for. I'm for the efficiency. I know my car. Anything from Japan, I bring it in. I have to get rid of it.
On a Honda thing.
On a Toyota. Bro, how can I spend £300 a month on that? How? Huh? Lionel, talk to me. How can I spend 300 quid on a car that was made when Arsenal won the league? They went unbeaten. You understand me? No, I swear to you guys, I'm not gonna lie. Oscar, no word of a lie. Tell the family, as soon as my money is up, I am out of London as fast as you can throw me. I will find a house in Kent, in Essex, in Hatfield, wherever it may be. Because living in London, guys, it's a disgrace. It's a freaking farce, and it's a disgrace. I'll tell you that right now. London is a bum, bro. Honestly, the day my parents decided to come to this country first, honestly. Thank you for all you've done, mum and dad. But my God, the UK is a farce. It's a freaking farce. Oh my God. The only thing that's saving them is the NHS. The only thing that saves them is the NHS.
Yeah,
I swear down.
you can't say the UK because Baraka is saying the same thing. He says, prayer go out to the man them who drive cars that run on premium and diesel gas. Pushing $5 plus in the States.
Yo, man, them with the electrical cars, bro. They are charging their cars. Just charging. What?
Boss like Endo said, go live in Luton.
In that hole, you must be
guys.
kidding me.
Another not that guy that we
Luton, by the way. Oh God.
You know, we discussed not that guy. We discussed PSG. Hancho said their director ran down and.
Oh, did you hear about this? I could not believe
you're not that guy.
To be fair, though, if you pumped over $1 billion in a club, you'd be doing the same.
Listen, I'll be.
No, it wasn't him. It was him and what's his name?
Oh,
the boss, the president.
The big boss. Obviously, Leonardo.
Both of them. They went down. They punched up the ref. It's been now sent to UEFA.
Imagine. Leonardo brought in Thiago Silva and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. What, 12 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he still hasn't. No, come on.
Do you know what though?
But Leonardo got sacked at a point as well.
But the rumor is, yeah, he got sacked and brought back. The thing is, the rumor's been is that what's it called? El Khalifi has been making the signings since Neymar's purchase. So since the Neymar purchase, he's been making all the signings. That's why there's no point of Leonardo even being there. It's the funniest football club, one of the dumbest football clubs in Europe for sure. Oh my God. Yeah, bro, they were literally in the. I read that they hit equipment. What does that even mean? They hit refereeing equipment. I don't know what the flag.
What land flags? What whistles?
Man, hit the subs board.
To be a fly on the wall in that room, man.
God, what language were they talking in? The referees were from what country?
When the final whistle went, Mbappe was just like, "Yeah, you man,
I'm done. I'm done."
You see my hat trick at the Bernabeu? You lot can come and see this every week when I join next season. That's for damn sure. Oh, guys. Okay, Oscar, very quickly. Top fixtures in the week, yeah. Arsenal, Liverpool.
Liverpool win.
AD.
Yeah, do or die, man. We've got to win.
AD sitting nice in the Emirates this week, boy. Sitting nice.
I mean, I would say nice, but bro, it's do or die, man.
No, man, I sorted you out, brother. I sorted you out, bro.
No, I love that, but no, but I mean in terms of the game is a tense game. Like for me, how I look at Arsenal this season, they've already lost 2 games at home. One was against Chelsea when they were far undercooked. They didn't have all their players. They were ravaged by COVID. Second was the absolute farce against Man City, where they should have won. Well, yeah, I Arsenal should have won that game. So yeah. I look at it; those are the only 2 games they've lost all season. They've been, it's going to be tough.
I think we could lose 3 games at home this season, and the third is Liverpool. It would wrap it up really. The 3 teams above us beat us at home, like that. Ooh. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. Man. Yeah, and there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. The only shame will be if we didn't compete. I want us to compete at the bare minimum. Compete with Liverpool.
What does compete look like?
Make it hard. Make it hard. Make it hard.
But yeah, no, Liverpool win.
After today, Liverpool. I turn up
smoke. I think Liverpool win. I think full house.
No, but the thing is, I don't think Liverpool needed an extra incentive. That's my thing.
Yeah,
maybe, but I think the pressure. I think the pressure would have been on Liverpool had City won to maintain. Whereas now it's like not that Liverpool can fall off, but you don't have to be so haste.
A draw is essentially they're in the same place.
No,
it's not a bad result.
Yeah, you're in the same place.
It's awful. It's
a draw same because you have a better goal difference than City.
So yeah, you've got a better goal difference than City. So it's the same thing. Either way, you win or you draw. You still have to beat City. Either way. So
Yeah, the rule still stays the
You
same.
have
So if anything, this game's given us an extra life, as it were.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
we
saying.
can
You
draw.
have to
draw.
be so
You
haste.
can now draw again, but you have
Yeah.
to beat City regardless.
Okay.
But you can't lose. That's one thing.
Okay, that's okay, I suppose.
Yeah, it's taken a bit of the sting out of the Arsenal game, unfortunately.
No, man. I think. Well, I don't know.
In my mind, it still must.
Yeah,
win
because
anyway.
a draw. If
Arsenal
if
still have to
Liverpool
win this game as well for the top four, mate.
I don't think it's must win for Arsenal.
I think top four is done. You know, I think Arsenal are going to win the.
I was asking, can I play it? Can I play it? We
What?
are the champions.
Well,
You think I can play that?
We'll play that in August. Not right now.
I'll play that on the 3rd of May. I'll be playing that. I'll tell you that right now.
Are you going to watch the Champions League then? Because I thought it was very disrespectful how we went to one of the important games for the weekend, and you went to the Wednesday game when Manchester United played Atletico on a Tuesday
No,
night.
I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished. Also,
You started on Wednesday.
No, Peter, you started you need to go on.
You started on Wednesday. What do you mean I haven't finished?
That's farcical.
I had the Prem on my phone, innit? I had the Prem fixtures. That's fine. I forgot that there's a Champions League football. I'm seeing Liverpool and Arsenal.
Why would you remember?
And Adrian, ask me how many minutes of Champions League football I've watched this season.
Look at him.
That's the point I'm making. You don't watch
14
Champions League football.
14?
Yeah.
14 minutes, I'd say.
Do you think I watched 40 minutes?
Give
You're
or
having
take.
a frigging laugh. You're having a frigging laugh. I tell you right now, live on TV, I've not watched 1 minute of UEFA Champions League football.
That's your loss.
No,
That's disgrace.
no
Yes, you're
cap.
lost. You're
No
lost.
cap.
That PSG versus Real Madrid was a tie for the ages.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic game.
You missed it.
Let it
You
be,
missed
bruv. Let it be. Speaking words of wisdom.
This is why you don't know.
DRB.
This is why you don't know, man.
Okay.
This is that song. That's when I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary. Was that John Lennon, yeah?
Arsene Wenger comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. DRB. He knocked out John Terry. DRB. Oh, we got a song
That's
today.
that
I
bulletproof
will
song.
mute you now.
Yeah, Oscar, please do. That's farcical.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, who should I be? Should I be Spurs? Is what she said to me. Okay, Champions League fixtures, since everybody cares all of a sudden.
Biggest competition in the world, mate.
Okay, Manchester United at home to Atleti. I want to see João Felix doing that. That's all I need to see. If I see one of those, boom, then I'm in. What do we think?
I think we go through.
I think
For
United.
some reason, I think we go through.
I think Atleti
United,
go through.
Old Trafford, Ronaldo, lights, win.
I'm going Atleti, man. Diego Simeone will be holding his crutch again.
Whoever wins is holding their crutch. Ronaldo or Simeone. One of
Yeah, the truth of the
One
matter
of
is
them.
that. It's exactly that.
This is going to be like a
Exactly that.
DX reunion.
Do
Saturday,
you remember when they
Saturday.
did that? Do you remember when Simeone held his nuts against Juve
Yeah.
at the home leg, and then at the away leg, Ronaldo then started doing the same thing when he scored a hat-trick.
If Ronaldo does that, even I will enjoy it.
Ajax against Benfica.
Oh, tight game.
You don't need to. Sorry. Boss Lakendo just said Felix going to dunk on their club. But this Felix guy.
Oscar, tread carefully. Think about what you're about to say before you say it.
No, like come on.
Tread carefully. Tread carefully.
Joao Felix is not going to Old Trafford and knocking Manchester United out. All right, he's not going to be effective in this game at all.
Oh my God. Oscar, let me tell you this right now. Obviously you got your Haaland and you got your Mbappe, right? You know how you had your Messi and you had your Ronaldo and then there was Neymar?
Yeah.
Haaland and Mbappe are the Ronaldo and Messi. Guess who the Neymar is? Joao
Hudson
Felix.
Odoi.
Joao Felix.
Oh,
You
listen.
watch. You
Wow. Wow.
watch.
Oscar.
Joao
Okay.
Felix.
First of all, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Oscar, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah. But come on, man. Hudson Odoi, Joao Felix. Come on.
Oscar,
You need to score at least 3 league goals a season.
Listen
to
to
bust
Joao
into this
Felix.
category.
Adrian, he's not even better than Nabry. Let's just leave him to the
I'm
side.
sorry.
Leave him to the side.
Atletico Madrid won the league, yeah?
Yeah.
Like,
Oscar, no, show some respect. Joao Felix is the next big thing. I'm telling you right now.
but is he the big thing now?
Like I
Or
said,
is it-
like,
Or Atletico Madrid going home tomorrow? Because if we're doing
Joao
that,
Felix and
if we're doing that,
Atletico
then
are going
am I putting it
through
on him?
tomorrow.
Because if
Joao
you're calling the next Neymar, can I put it on him when they lose?
How old is he? Let me see. He's
Can I put it on
22
his
years
head?
of age.
Nin-
Oscar, he's
99.
22. He's 22 years of age.
Cool. Alright, cool.
Yeah, he was born when Man United won the treble. All I'm
Shows-
saying is,
shows 21.
João
That's what
Felix,
I'm saying.
just
Shows 21.
just hold fire. I'm telling
No,
you that.
I'm not
Hold
saying
fire.
anything. I've not said anything bad about João Felix or how good I think he's going to become. I just think this is what Boss Lakendo said. Felix is going to dunk on their Clark. And I know he scored in the first leg, but I don't think he's going to dunk on Man United and send him out. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything bad about João Felix.
This is when he done that celebration, yeah, like that. Oh, he's a cold guy.
Hancho said
He's-
6
he's
GA in the last 6
cold.
games. Felix is there on badness. All right, we'll see.
Let me tell you right
He
now,
better
Oscar.
bring the badness. 'Cause if
Oscar, I just said to you, he is Neymar in the next generation. You like the way that you got your Messi and Ronaldo, you got your Mbappe and Haaland. He's the third one. Let me tell you. No cap, Oscar. Oscar, no cap.
So he's going to be very, very promising, have a great career, and then eventually disappoint us all.
He plays for Portugal. He's not going to win any World Cup or anything. You know what I mean?
He could.
He's going to move to
Wait,
PSG and not
wait
win the
there.
Champions League.
Oscar, hold that comment. Leave it right there.
Uh,
Chalobah has one less career goal than Callum Hudson-Odoi in the Premier League. Is that true?
And this is his first season as well.
League,
Is that true?
He scores corners, man, headers.
Is that true?
Cho's got 4 career league goals.
Random. It's time to end the pod because we're going around the circles.
Unbelievable. Okay, Ajax Benfica. Does anybody care?
Get your headers back up.
Halla's been doing his thing still.
Yeah, man. Ajax to win that. It's 2-2 on aggregate though. Interesting tie.
This is Sancho's list of the next 4.
Okay.
Mbappe, Callum, Felix,
okay.
Vinny, Sancho. Don't sleep on Ansu Fati, man. Let my boy cook.
Yeah. Fati's there as well,
Let my
as
boy
well as
cook.
there's Pedri, and also where's Saka? Behave.
Where's Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Oh.
You think Saka's up there with Felix, or you think Felix is better than Saka?
No, Felix is better for me.
Than Saka?
João Felix is better than me for now. Juventus.
Shouts to the bad guy.
Big up, man. Razor Ramon, the most official. What? Welcome for Razor Ramon.
Bro, you've not heard.
You didn't know. So he's.
I know he wasn't well, but
he hasn't officially passed away, but he's on life support.
No, he's been taken off life support.
And,
He's officially taken off life support.
it's official, right?
Yeah,
Scott Hall.
yeah.
Holy
He had
smokes.
a complication in the surgery that didn't went well and got put on life support, and then his family have officially taken off life support a couple hours ago
Wow, that's horrible.
because Kevin Nash announced it.
But when Kevin Nash's announcement, like as in there was one that came after the one this morning.
Yeah, so he said that his family are coming to take him off life support. They've arrived and now it's officially been. He's going around instead of taking off life support.
Yeah, horrible.
Well, we know what song Arsenal are coming out in the second half too. Holy smokes! Damn, that's a big one. Juventus against Villarreal.
Juventus.
It's 1-0 at the moment. Unai is ready army.
Juventus, yeah. Hancho says Trent is 25 and Saka let the country.
Well, would have taken Mbappe out of that list as well then.
How old is Mbappe?
Well, they're both born in 1998.
Is Mbappe 25 already?
No,
That's
none of them are 25.
just worthless agenda.
Oh,
He's
okay,
just-
Trent is
he's
not
just
25.
saying.
Right, got you. I was about to say.
You're saying that Mbappe let the country down because obviously in the Euros.
It's like a
Your background is spooky.
My
bitch.
background it really is what it is.
What?
It's fucking
I
spooky.
don't get it. What's there?
I don't know.
Nah,
what's
it's
wrong with it.
listen, pastel colors. Hey,
Oh, so it's looking kind of fruity.
hey,
You're wearing pastel colours.
Hey, I've got an excuse. Listen, if Juve had a pink top, I'd still wear it, wouldn't it? Isn't it? If your team had a pink
They
top,
have a pink top like every year though.
Yeah, man.
True,
One
yeah.
year, their pink top was
The
majestic.
Jeep. What would the Jeep? What the Pogba times, and
I
Dybala.
think it was a
Well, the
bit
old-
after
the
that.
old-
It
the old lady.
It might have been that. I can't.
Wallahi, Saka is nowhere near them, man. He's good, but nothing special. He don't start for any top teams in Europe. Ooh, a bit harsh, but
Okay, I see how you move.
It's kind of true though. Like, he doesn't
Callum
start
Hudson-Odoi. If his name is spoken of and Saka's not in the breath,
Fact.
then
Yes.
what are we doing?
Facts,
I'll be
facts,
real. I'll be
facts,
real.
facts.
Saka has done way more than Hudson-Odoi, but I do think
For sure.
Hudson-Odoi, like, he will get there.
But what's that based off of though?
He's a bit...
No, I'm being serious. What's the based off?
His ability, man. He's got it. The kid's got it, man. The brain, the vision, the way to pass.
But what does that translate to, like, in terms of a career? What does that translate to in terms of comparing him with someone like Bukayo Saka?
I'm not comparing him to Saka. Saka's done it all.
No, you said he's going to be better. Why is he going to be better? I'm not saying I disagree with you, by the way, but...
All right, let's wrap
I just
this up.
think he will. Yeah.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up, so I don't have
Lil
anything to
Chelsea.
Chelsea. I can't wait, man. My first ever European away is going to be a
After all that traveling via the donkeys, will you have enough in the tank to...
They're 2-0 ahead, so yeah, tie them.
No pun intended there.
Tank. Right. The French champions. Coupe la maison. You know what I mean? 1-0 to Chelsea. Yeah, I think Chelsea should go through. And I'm trying to think of any big games on the weekend. So Liverpool ain't playing on the weekend. Is it FA Cup or something?
It's FA Cup.
Oh, we're playing Villa at 12:30.
We've got Nottingham
and
Forest.
Tottenham are playing West Ham on 4:30. Big game that.
What's that can do? So Oscar, make sure they let you on the train, broski. Hey, man, if I speak on Scouse atrocities, we'll be here all night, man.
Speak. Hang on a minute. Slow your roll. Speak.
It's really hard for them.
If you're going where I think you're gonna go, you're an absolute disgrace, and we need to remove you.
wait, no. I'm talking about racism, man. I ain't talking about that crazy.
Okay. Because I think he's going there.
No, because he's talking about the racism of not letting people
Oscar,
on the train.
no cap, yeah. Oscar, no
that
cap.
Scouse racism is crazy.
That whole thing happened in Paris, didn't it, or in France, wasn't it? That whole situation. So listen, make sure you get on the train, all right? Just make sure you get on. That's what I'm saying. We want video footage of you getting on the train.
Oscar, actually, God forbid this ever happens to you, yeah, but like, God forbid.
You don't want this, innit?
No, I don't. I honestly don't. But would that change your relationship with the club? Like, no.
It would stop me. It would stop me going to like. I wouldn't go to another away European game. But like I've been going to games this year a lot, and the community that I've built with Chelsea fans is taken my relationship with the club to a different level.
That's a good point.
It's a different thing.
Oscar's gonna give it the full NF when he's out there in Lille.
Why? Like that's not what my club is. That's not what my club is, Pete. Right?
Celery.
What?
Yeah, man, celery.
That's their song.
That's a farce. That's a rubbish song.
All right, peoples. That was the end of the Top 4 podcast. So it's been a bumper episode as per usual. Make sure you follow us on the Twitter and Instagram and Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes at Top 4 Podcast. You can find us on all single platforms.
Can I just say something really quickly?
Yes, you can.
Back in the day, like 3 hours 25 used to be a bumper episode, and as you just said, it's every week now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a farce, isn't it? It's a farce. We need to cut this down. I don't have. Listen, when I get married, I cannot be doing this.
You end up divorced in 4 months.
I'll be divorced 1,000%.
We need a showrunner who just tells us to shut up. That's what we need.
Yeah, for sure. Big up to the Mandems. You done know. Hold tight, everybody in the Champions League. Hold tight, everyone in the Europa League and in the conference as well. And big up to everyone just playing Premier League football, innit? Just as we, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everyone in the top 4. You already know what it is.
Big up everyone in the top 4. You done know the podcast, baby. With that, we'll be back 8 p.m. next week. Peace.